Yo, welcome back to Crazy Bowl TV. Big up to Mandem in the building. CJ, how are you doing? Good to see you. Welcome. I'm here with the legend himself, Fazi, who today is celebrating Ronaldinho. Yes, that's one of the greats of all time. I hope everybody's doing well. Midweek, 2 more days to football is back. I hope all you guys are doing well. Guys are doing well. Are excited. Good news in on the Liverpool side. You know, we lost what? We didn't even lose. We lose in penalties, and man, them already losing their mind. We are back. Football is almost back. 2 more days to go, people. 2 more days to go. We start Liverpool versus Bournemouth at Anfield. Oh, it's gonna be. I know it's gonna be cracking. Anfield is gonna be blowing up. People, hit the like button. Hit the like button as you enter. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being in the building with us. We appreciate you guys. Please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Road to 1,000 is in full effect. Let's get there, man. Let's get there. Welcome. Hope all of you guys are doing well. Yeah, we're gonna be talking about the transfer that's going on, of course. Liverpool have reached an agreement with Giovanni Leoni and also an agreement with Guehi. So this is good news. This is exactly what we wanted to hear, especially on the defense center back department, which has been very, 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 very thin. First of all, I need to shout out my community because welcome, Fazi. Welcome.
Hello.
It seems like people have realized that you have another life, man. You have a Barcelona behind you. You know what I mean? We're not gonna snitch. We're not gonna snitch out here. We're not
They
gonna
can
snitch.
snitch all they want. I'm an admirer of great players, mate.
Of
You know what I mean?
course.
I'm not gonna put name on my back, that's for sure.
Thank you so well. That's what I tell people, man. The
No.
only person I came close was Stephen G.
There you go.
Yes, sir. Anfield Irish man. Big up yourself. If you're available, man, join the party, man.
Join the party.
You know what I mean? Big up. Yes, sir. Now, yes, this is what I was saying. I want to big up the community because when it comes to Giovanni Leoni, I didn't know much about the gentleman.
Neither do I.
And I don't want to give credits away, but there was somebody in the chat who said, brother, you need to look at this kid. And I remember, because guess what? I don't know if the camera is going to let you guys see. I wrote his name down and I said, I'm going to do my homework.
Yeah.
And there was also another one, I think Mukasa, or whatever his name is, Divine Mukasa. So, yeah, big up, man. When I tell you people I got sources, you guys think I'm lying, man. People tell me, go do your education, and I go over there and I get it done. And right now, Liverpool is getting Giovanni. So either Edwards and Hughes are watching the show like I've always told you people they do, or one of their recruits are listening. So, Fazi, what make you of those the fact that Liverpool is going after these two center backs, and those are the center backs that we have been talking as well. Guehi is the one that we've been talking a lot about on this channel, and like I said, Edwards and Hughes and his slot are listening to Crazy Bold and his community, and
yeah, they are.
We went in there and we got Giovanni.
Listen, bro, we've been saying for a while, innit? Everybody was all about this one center back, and I kept on reminding people, especially in your channel, I was saying, guys, like, are we forgetting we still haven't replaced Matip? Where the squad depth in that defense is needed, because if we step away from that, and you know what it is with Liverpool, mate, like, I'm chat. the problem with us is we think about the good times and the good things and forget that there's bad things that can happen to us. I mean, we haven't learned from that season when we won the league and we got targeted. You know what I mean?
Yes.
The season after, our players were getting targeted on the pitch. They didn't want us to do a back to back, and that could potentially happen again. So just keep an eye out on that. Yeah. And you know, and I come on here said, and I did say Matip replacement is needed, and of course Kwanzaa leaving replacement for him is needed. You can't rely on Konate. You can't rely on Gomez. Those guys will get injured at some stage of the season. We already know that.
Right.
We thought like Konate is going to stay fit last season. Throughout, we was happy. Like he was playing more or less every game, and then all of a sudden Real Madrid game, that kid brought him down. He was out again and then we had to use Gomez, but you know it was going all right. And luckily, Konate came back around the one time Gomez got injured as well. So we're gonna have that if we would have went with the same thing again. We're gonna have that probably more next season because of we are champions. When you're champions, you get targeted, and that's what these other teams are gonna try to do to us next season. So getting these two centre backs, Leoni and Guehi. Number one, Guehi, where is he? 24, 25 now. He's a captain for Crystal Palace. You saw him the other day. Nobody asked him. He hasn't got the blistering pace like Van Dijk, but he's got some kind of pace that helps him like recover the ball and all that stuff. And you know, like he knows what he's doing on the pitch. He's a good passer from the back as well. And as I always said to everybody, everybody's using that now. Quasi, when I told you guys years ago that Liverpool like to buy captains, and now everybody's using that word now. You know what I mean? I see this girl on Sky Sports using the captain things now.
I told you they listen.
There you go. And now everybody's using that because I used to study it. I was thinking, Klopp always buys captains. Why? Because they easily take instructions more than other players. And this is what we're still continuing with Guehi. And Leoni, obviously, he's young. I've heard some people say, oh, get him in and send him out on loan. Why? Why do we have to send him out on loan? It doesn't make any sense.
You know what? I was sitting here saying the same thing, actually.
Right. Go on.
Sorry about that. I was saying the same thing because I'm like, this kid is, when I did my YouTube university on him, big up to Rasta Crab. Thank you for being in the building. Hope you're doing well. Big up. Yeah, we got Tafsa in the building. CJ. What's his name? Someone's goat is in there. Said we need two center back this window. Richard Hughes. I hold my beer. He's like, hold my. Oh, he's a crazy bull. We need two center back this window. Richard Hughes. Hold my beer. I told you they listen. They listen. But he said that Ronaldinho. Good. No, but Faz is making a lot of good points out here, man. A lot of good points. I was one of the people who was saying this kid, after I watched him, of course, I didn't know anything about him. But after I did my YouTube university on him, I'm like, the one that picked, the reason why I said that is when I saw when he bullied Lukaku.
Oh,
twice. Twice. I'm like, okay, this kid is way too good. There's no way okay, so let's look at it this way. Remember how people say, why would Guehi come to Liverpool when he's not promised game time? He's ready to go. He's basically the best English center back, right? He's about to go to World Cup. He wants playing time. And I remember, shout out to G. That was one of G's questions. It's like, if I'm Guehi's people, why will I want him to go to Liverpool? Because he won't be over Virgil or Konate, right? And I was like, hey, listen, if you're good, you should be able to challenge those two guys. Even Virgil. Virgil is not at his pump like he used to anymore, right? So now I'm looking at Leoni. I'm like, 18 years. This kid is way up. He's smart. He has the IQ. He's way better than his people in his age group, or some people even older than him.
Yeah.
The best thing is you want him to keep playing because next year when he comes back, he's possibly going to be starting.
Yeah.
So you buy him and then you loan him to them so that he keeps playing. You don't want to have a pathetic situation, right?
No.
But Annie Slot was like, player, what the hell are you talking about? And now he's coming in, and from what we're hearing, just like Fazi said, he's about to basically put his he's about to start. He's about to tell them people, hey, I'm here. Big up to Irishman is in the building. People, we got royalty in the building, man. You know, as I said, we got Fuzz in the house. Anfield Irishman has joined the party. Big up to you, brother. How you doing?
Very good, man. Thanks for the invite.
Thank you so much.
Big up Irishman, brother.
Thank you for gracing us. So go. Before
Yeah,
Fuzzy
no
continue.
Ronaldinho slander either, by the way.
I'm saying Irishman.
Bigger,
People don't
man.
know.
Make the picture bigger.
I'm telling you. Can't get
Big
bigger
up
than
yourself,
Irishman.
Brad. No, I mean there are certain players you could let certain things go, right? He's one of them. Let's be honest. He's probably one of the 5 players in modern football that you'll be like, okay, I will let it go.
Listen, Maradona and Ronaldinho, Ronaldo, original Ronaldo, not the other one. You know, those players have buy in it. How many? Listen to this, guys. Like, how many players played for Barcelona, Real Madrid, Inter Milan, AC Milan, and everybody still loved them? There you go. That's Ronaldo, man. They're not this one, the original one. And nobody ever questioned that. You know what I mean, he's played for all the rivalries, and everybody still loved him. These are the players I put on my back there, man. You can't mess with these players. Nah, no chance.
Yeah, big up yourself, Bush Baptiste. It's a big up, Chrissy. Hope you are well, doing well, brother. Thank you. What can I say about Liverpool? No wonder everyone is getting bitter. Who wouldn't want this team of ours? First, we dominate England and then Europe. That's facts. That's the whole point. That's the whole point. But Irishman, what do you think about these 2 players that we, supposedly have agreed terms with?
Yeah, cool. I just want to ask Fozzie a quick question.
Yes.
We all know, right? Man United sell Beckham to Real Madrid, right? So Man United are out there going, right, got to bring in a star. We got to do something big. And they had Ronaldinho 90% done. I believe, like almost in the building, Ronaldinho was going to join Man United.
Yes, I remember that story.
Yeah, until Barcelona picked up the phone, and as soon as Barcelona picked up the phone, he was going to go to Barcelona. So what did Man United do instead? Picked up a little kid called Ronaldo from Sporting Lisbon.
Wow.
So
and guess what? You forget about that. That little pecker you're talking about. Liverpool were giving.
Yeah,
they put him on a plane for Liverpool, and somebody in the department said he's too small or something like that.
So I want to know, Fozzie, which works out better for United, Ronaldinho or Ronaldo?
Well, Ronaldo worked out, didn't it?
So do you think Ronaldinho could have done better than Ronaldo did? I mean,
I don't know. That one, I don't know. They're 2 different players, isn't it?
Depending on how.
Because I don't think he would have settled in United. I don't think Ronaldinho would have settled.
The Premier League is a different beast as well. The
Yeah.
Premier League is a different beast. La Liga, you could do a lot of stuff. That's why Ronaldo and Messi, dominate that league and scored a crazy amount of goals. You know what I mean? I think Ronaldo just reached his 1,000 goals in it or something, almost 1,000 goals. So yeah, I mean, there's only 2 teams in that league. In the Premier League, it's not a forgiving league. If you're that good, people will target you, as we found out with Thiago in his first Everton derby. So yeah, I think it worked out for them eventually. Ronaldo is a different player, he's a different beast. I mean, he will never, he's the type of player that only can play in certain leagues, and La Liga suited him more than the Premier League. That's what I think anyway.
Yeah, I think he would have gone after a year or 2 max.
Yeah.
That just shows you, like I said.
If you're asking me, even if he was a Man United player and I saw Cristiano Ronaldo, I'll still prefer Ronaldinho. That kid, I watched him since he started football. I love the guy. I think he's brilliant, unique.
Yeah, I'd pay to watch Ronaldinho. I never would have paid to watch Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo.
No.
Irishman, I remember because that year they came to the US and Barcelona played Manchester United and Ronaldinho kept getting booed. And the commentator, that's what I knew. The commentator said, he was going to go to Man
United, yeah.
And he chose to go to. I was like, okay. But then you see the difference is, to me, Ronaldinho was ahead of his development compared to Cristiano.
Yeah.
And I don't I don't know if Fergie would allow Ronaldinho to do some of the stuff he did.
Yeah, it's true.
So Barcelona was best for Ronaldinho at the time.
It worked out both.
Yeah.
Let's be honest there, yeah.
Anyway, so back to Liverpool. What do you guys think about these two center backs, man?
Two top players, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Two top players. It's just crazy. Well, I mean, we're doing these two deals like they're kind of just picking up a pint of milk on the way home kind of thing. It's unbelievable. They're just, everyone knows you have two guys, and then boom, overnight, oh, guess what? Liverpool are going to buy Leoni Guehi, and it's probably going to happen tomorrow.
Yeah.
Incredible efficiency in the market. We all knew we needed him. Everybody knew we needed him. And if we knew it, Slot knew it, and Hughes knew it, and Edwards knew it. Just absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant business. I think that's a great young, like if that Leoni kid was 70 million from some blah, 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 whatever, at 30 million euro is fine. Virgil is his idol. I was really delighted to see that show from Romano last night where he said, there's no chance he's going back on loan. That's just fake news.
Allow that rubbish, man.
Yeah, I did not want to see that happening at all. Get the kid over here. Virgil has 2 years left. Let him spend 2 years.
Come on, man. Nonsense talk that when people say that, like, get him out on loan. For what? I want him to learn under the stewardship of these people there, man. I want him to learn under Van Dijk. That's what we remember, Brian. That's what we used to do in the old days. Players used to be in the reserves. And then we used to bring them on gradually to replace that player. So let's do that. I mean, what are we doing here? Loaning players, buying players and learning them out. That's a pure nonsense. It don't make any sense. You know what I mean? And Guehi, obviously, is going to come in. It's what Kwasi said to me earlier about Guehi and what G said about him. Why is he coming to Liverpool if he's going to be second? Well, are we forgetting Matip, Konate, and Van Dijk played in the same team and they all got game time? Are we forgetting that, or what's going on?
Don't forget Gomez.
And Gomez. That stuff drives me mental. That stuff drives me fucking mental. Sorry for swearing, but some of these guys will be able to say, we need this, we need this, we need this. Then we get someone and they'll go, why would he? Well, he's not going to play. What's the point in getting him? He's not going to play. I don't get it. I just don't understand it, man.
You can't overextend players' bodies. You know that, yeah? Especially when you're going for every trophy. I mean, everybody's going to have a game time. Everybody's going to, everybody's going to get a chance. So I don't understand this, like, oh, if we get him, he might not get game time. What are you guys talking about? I mean, everybody needs a rest. Everybody needs, 5 games probably rest or something like that. And not only that, people do get injured. Are we forgetting this? Like, are we asleep here or what?
Yeah, because everybody is trying to force all the brand new players we have in one squad. Literally, it's like going to school for first day of school. You want to wear your best clothes from the hat all the way to the best shoes, not knowing that you got 364 days more to go with those to go, right?
People no school holidays in Ghana, no school holidays in Ghana, no 365.
Everybody's trying to, and if kids, if they could, they would put the rest of the clothes in their book bag, and at lunchtime they would change their clothes, and But yeah, man, that's why even with the whole what's the name, Rio, everybody's like, yeah, let's sell him on loan and go get this player. Let's sell him. Nah, I get it. Sending players, okay, cool. Go get some. You're ready, but you don't have space in the team, so go get some playing time. I get that. But certain players needs to be right there, and they have to go through the hustle and bustle to come out. Yeah, Guehi, you good, but show the rest of the world why you should be playing against Virgil and Konate, because you should be able to tell them, hey, I'm also ready, right? I can play here. And you guys are right. I hold my hands. I was one of those people who said this 18-year-old, he's too good to be sitting on the bench. That's what my mind thing. But, just like you guys said, and his slot is looking at it like, Virgil is not ready yet. Virgil is not ready yet. So I'm going to need somebody for backup for Konate and Virgil. So, yeah, man, I'm glad that those two guys are coming. I wanted 2 center backs, and that's exactly what the the board is giving us. A lot of people are also wondering which side is what's the name gonna play? Guehi, if he plays with Virgil. He's playing on the right. People are forgetting that Guehi is both-footed. He played both sides.
Yeah.
He's a right-footed player anyway. But listen, with this stuff, like people overthinking things, I think people need to calm down with that. Because at the end of the day, we don't know if Konate is going to stay. We'll keep hearing he's going to stay, then he's not going to stay, and he's on the contract. So, the best thing you can do in life is be prepared for things like that. Virgil, he's 34, guys. 34. I know Virgil is indestructible. I know he's Superman. I know. But there will be a time, he's going to say goodbyes. But wouldn't you be happier if the players that's going to probably be there for the longevity period are already ready, rather than getting them when he's leaving? I mean, so when they're already here, they know what they're doing. You know what I mean? Otherwise, when he leaves and then they come in, it's going to take them time to bed in, and we don't even know if they are the ones who's supposed to, take over the captaincy and leadership and everything in between, at Liverpool. So I'd rather have it like that. That's how I am. That's how I see football. I'm not all about this loaning players and all this stuff like we did with Seth Vandenberg, and it never worked out. I don't want to see things like that anymore, man. There's certain positions you can loan out players, and there's certain positions you don't. Defense, in my opinion, if the player is good enough, and we're watching him like we're watching this Giovanni kid. Giovanni Leoni kid. What we see of him, he looks like a player that's put together at a young age. So why not learn from the maestro, the best defender in the world, while you're at Liverpool Football Club, if you know what I mean? So that's how I see it, man.
No, and that makes that's what I'm saying. I mean, Irishman, one thing, why Liverpool fans lost their marbles, and all of a sudden the team is not good enough. We turn into Arsenal fans. Literally right after the Community Shield, right? I'm trying to get you to get to some people's psyche here. This team, we know this team is not just for this year. Again, with the whole trying to force everybody in one first game. Why do everybody think that this team is just for this year? This is a team we're trying to dominate for the next 5 to 7. Why are people in the rush to always... And the people who always give up on us, it's not even the rivals. It's our own fan base.
Shows you what one defeat on penalties with no Grav, no Mac, no new centre halves, no anything. It's just what one defeat can do to people. It's some people will try and they'll say, oh well, I don't think we should buy this guy. I don't think, and then you'll put out an argument, and then they'll kind of go, not always, but sometimes they'll go, okay, yeah, cool, I can understand, and then it'll be like, yeah, but he's not going to play, is he? It's like they always want to find a reason. They want to crow about the fact that we've never signed anybody for the last 6 years. Oh, we've only signed 2 players in the last 10 years. Then you start getting some players in the door. Oh, it's too much change. Oh, we're selling too many players. Oh, where's he going to play? How are these guys? And then they'll say, and I won't accept anything less than us winning 3 trophies next year. So you want all that, but you think there's too many changes. You don't. You wonder where people are going to play. What would we play if we go deep in the Champions League and one of the cups, and obviously you have a league season? What are you looking at there? 65, 66, 67 games?
Yep.
So you think a Guehi and someone like that is going to come in and go, oh, well, I'll never play because Ibu is there. These players aren't stupid. Like Ibu's been told, or Guehi will have been told, want to join Liverpool? Yep. That's it. That's how quick that answer was. Yep. He's not worried about how many minutes he's going. I'll go and I'll get in that bloody team. Because that Kanata guy is off to Madrid next year. And when he's off to Madrid, I'll be there. I'll have been there a year. I'll be in the building for a whole 12 months, and I'll just slot straight into that role. Leoni coming over. Imagine saying to him, Virgil van Dijk, your hero, the guy that you modeled your game around. Do you want to go and play in the same team that he's at? Yep. That's how quick that conversation was. Imagine then turning around and say to him, but what we want you to do is we want you to miss the first year of that to go and play somewhere else on loan. What's the kid going to say to that? He's like, look, Virgil, 2 years left on his deal. He might be gone then.
Yeah.
So you're bringing over Leoni and ask him to bet in next year instead of this year. You give him 12 months, learn the league, learn the language, learn the culture, learn the country.
Yeah.
Hang out with Van Dijk every day, watch videos with Van Dijk, have little meetings with the defensive people, do all that stuff together.
Yeah.
Learn from the master. Sit there on the sidelines, learn from the master. And when it's your turn, step in. These people are already saying in Italy, this kid was, when he was 13, he was in the under 15s. When he was in under 15s, he went straight to the under 18s. This guy, mental maturity is like, he's like someone 5 years older. That's what they all say about this guy. So between the ears, he's like a 24-year-old. So he's ready that way. Get him in, man. Yeah. Since we bought Keita and sent Keita out on loan for a year, I've been traumatized by that ever since. That went so badly wrong. That whole Keita thing went so badly wrong.
I agree.
The idea of spending a huge amount of money on someone and then send them to another club at a critical stage.
Yeah,
crazy, man. Crazy.
I agree.
But
and also,
we are what we are.
Yeah.
We're the best run club in the Premier League, lads. We're the best run club in the Premier League right now.
You forget as well, Irishman. You forget Irishman quasi. Like you forget about, if he's gone out alone, what? When you bring players in, you want them to learn the system you're playing, right? That's what you want. Yeah,
culture.
That's what you want. So why are you gonna do a long thing when you could do a short thing? I mean, this is the perfect season for him, like Irishman said, to learn stuff. The next season, probably he will become the player that everybody wants him to be at Liverpool Football Club.
Right.
So if we learn him out, obviously now, that means he's going to come next year. Van Dijk has only got 1 year left to go, probably one season. We don't know. You know what I mean? So, and what is he going to learn exactly in that short time of period? Nothing. Not much. Just a short. I mean, not a lot. So I'd rather have him now, get him ready for that. When eventually the time, to pass on the bat.
Yeah,
and we'll be the reason. Do you know why these other teams always struggle, like Man United, all that stuff? Because they haven't got structure in place.
No structure, no plan.
We've got plans, and we plan the way we plan things down the years worked out for us. We stick with that, man. We don't learn players out and all that nonsense. We just do what we have to do, to make us better every single season. I don't want to be that type of team that we play one season and then next couple of seasons we're gonna be reconstructing the team again. I don't want to be that. I want to do continuously. Buy the young players now. We've got the average age, what is it, 24 now, 24 or something like that. So that's 6 years of the same team, but at the same time make sure you develop for the future as well.
Correct.
That's what you got to do.
Yeah, no, I agree with you guys are preaching to a choir, man. It was annoying, and the annoying part was, and Irishman, I know this is going to get your head in. Oh, we need Diaz. When did Liverpool became a one-man team?
I don't know what's going on anymore, man.
Why? And this was not coming from. Listen, it wasn't even coming from one of those a fan from somewhere who just have an account and just making noise. This was the people with big accounts going around. We need Diaz. We need Diaz. Gakpo in it. People say Szoboszlai is our Valverde. I'm like, brother, I know one of them I'm not going to mention. He's my good friend of mine, but I tweet him back and say, brother, a new season, let's stop these agendas, all right? You never walk alone. It's not for some, but it's for all. We need to stop this. The season hasn't even started, and we already making plans to be like, oh, let's start scapegoating somebody. Yeah, you don't want to scapegoat Salah because Salah is your favorite player. So, let's find the weakest player right now, and it's Gakpo. So let's put the hate on Gakpo. This is the first official game. Virgil has been ill. You guys think that it's very easy to be at the peak condition and get sick and try to get back within 3 days? That's impossible. A lot of times, some of these people talk, and you could realize why it could tell you they've never played sports in their life. Because they don't know how the human body reacts to certain viruses. All right? Virgil didn't play well. Fine. We move on. Now the manager has a clear and concise plan moving forward. Do you guys think that getting 2 center backs was just by accident? So I don't get it. What was this thing with we need this person, we need this person? If Gravenberg has to play, Gravenberg is not playing on Friday. So are we going to lose already? Is that what I'm hearing?
McAllister can cover that position. People forgot about that. He used to play there.
We have all the players, and these fan bases starting to look like Arsenal fan base, shopping list FC. We need this, we need this, we need this. As soon as they lose, oh my God, we can't win anything. They've been crying for a striker all these years. Now they got a striker. Now they're talking about, oh, the left side is no good. Remember when they used to tell us that Martinelli and Saka were better than Salah and Mane?
Yep. Who's laughing now?
Thank you. I mean, why? When did we become a one-man team? Please, somebody tell me.
We ain't a one-man team. We're a team. I mean, a team wins your titles. Not one person on his own. Okay, Salah had a great season last season, but if the defensive side didn't operate as it did, will we win the league? Remember what he said? He said, you know, I told the manager, if you want to see the best version of Salah, I have to stay up the pitch. I can't come back and defend. So who was doing all that work for him to do all that stuff?
Yeah.
Is that teamwork or what? I don't understand. But listen, I'm not getting cocky or anything like that. I'm just trying to give you guys, you know, in life, I've always seen it that way. I'm not a player FC. I say it to you guys. Irishman knows, Quasi knows. I don't do player FC. I'm not a kid anymore. I'm grown up. I'm a Liverpool fan. I like to follow Liverpool. That's my love. You know what I mean? And I always look at it from a point of view. Where can we fit players to improve for the seasons that to come? We needed 2 centre-backs. They're getting the 2 centre-backs. We needed a striker. They got a striker. We needed another striker. They got another striker. But don't forget, the other striker has replaced, you know, a guy, you know, obviously passed away, rest in peace, Diogo Jota, who's similar to Diogo Jota. I mean, people forget about Ekitike. When he played for Frankfurt and him and Mamouche was the actual leading player, and he was on the left. So he can play like Jota. He can play on the left. Remember what we think about Jota cutting from the left and scoring for LFC. So he can do things like that. So I wouldn't worry about the left side because Gakpo, okay, he didn't play fantastically in the Community Shield, but who did? Salah was the worst player in my opinion. And he's got pride. You know what I mean? But listen, it is what it is with certain games. You're not going to get what you want and all that stuff, but the squad is improving. We're getting better. We've added quality on top of another quality. We're trying to find our way where certain players can play like Soboslai and, you know, Jones and all that stuff. Ken Jones play as a DM. He done all right. I think he completed the most passes in the game. But, you know, is he a DM? I don't think he is. He's more of a central midfielder, in my opinion. But we'll be all right. I think we'll be all right. I wouldn't worry about the left side. You know, like apparently Chiesa might be staying now because they need someone to stay who could play on the left side. People forgot about Chiesa, and everybody, you know, wants Chiesa to play. Now it's his opportunity. So, yeah, listen, just get the 2 centre-backs in, get the striker in, and we'll be laughing, man. I wouldn't. The problem with the fan base is, I love our fan base. Our fan base is the best in the world, in my opinion. Any team, I could fight for anybody. But what we need to stop doing is do this echo chamber. One person says one thing and everybody follows that person.
Exactly.
Think for yourself. That's how life is. How do you control your life? You think for yourself, right? That's how you do it. So think for yourself. Stop doing this echo chamber thing like, oh, this guy said this, so I'm going to say the same thing. Nah, man. Life's not all about that. Think for yourself, man. That's what I say.
And that answers Mr. Battered Red comment. Yes, we should not blame the whole fans for few comments, but we as a fan base, remember, we are royalty. Why does royalty messes with people below them? That's my point, Mr. Battered Red. We should not be looking at what rival fans are doing and copy them because that's what the echo chamber is talking about. We are the trendsetters. And we people who don't make those comments needs to tell, you know, we need to stop stopping these foolishness before it becomes worse. Because listen, we are going to play bad setting games. And we, the fans, need to say, okay, what really happened? Maybe the manager used the wrong tactics. Maybe the player did not play well. We should not just chuck it as, oh, the team is shit. Now I see some guy who has always been an FSG out person. Now it's like, did we give FSG too many credit? Because if you look at the net spend, we haven't spent any money. And that type of mentality, all it takes is one bad game and then everybody is going back with that. Like Fuzzy said it from the beginning. When something bad happens, everybody start going back to the nonsense that people are used to. We are trying to move forward. If you want to be a dominant team, you cannot be looking back at what happened. You use what happened, like Mr. Slot did, and said, he's been talking a lot of stuff that we were like scratching our head, right? Oh, Gravenberg can play center back. Oh, Endo can play center back. We're like, people, what's up, Mr. Slot? Virgil tried, I say Virgil. Jurgen tried that. It failed miserably. But look at him. He did not do the same mistakes. So we have to give our team some grace, whether it's the players or the whole structure. Irishman, what do you think about that?
Oh, well, I think, it's easy, the phrase easier said than done, comes to mind a lot. People say, we need to do this, we need to do that. It's like, okay, go and do that then. Go and execute your amazing plan. I don't think Slot's going to be here 8 years. Anything. I don't think Slot is maybe that kind of manager. I don't know. I don't think he's a long-term, wants to be. I don't know what he wants. I don't know, but maybe not as an Alex Ferguson type, generation at Liverpool. I can see maybe being at Barcelona in 4 years, 5 years time. So he's building a team to win now, and he can win. He's shown that he can. He can take a man's squad. Jurgen Klopp's team that had won nothing for 2, that had finished third and fifth, added nothing to it and won the league. He shows that he can win immediately. But you're also putting in a guy like Leoni. Is he here to win tomorrow? No. But you're bringing him into a team that can win tomorrow. So the blend that's been created is like, I can't really overestimate how impressive it is for us to just basically in the space of 24 hours, 48 hours, kind of announce / wrap up, although not official or confirmed yet, signing probably the most highly rated young defender in Europe, amongst the most highly rated young defenders in Europe, and England's best available centre half, guy that's just captained the team that won the FA Cup, 24 years old. To just do that, like I said, like it's a bit of side business. It's like that's it. Like in years gone by, getting a Leoni and a Guehi would have taken us all summer, and it would have been the biggest bloody drama of all time. We've just gone out there and moved like Chris Angel always says, like Sicarios, just pop, and it's done. No one was expecting us, no one saw us coming. Like in this transfer world, a week, people find out about shit months and months and months in advance. We just pop up and it's boom. It's like, okay, cool. Next thing you know, we're talking to Parma. Next thing you know, the kid is talking about he only wants Liverpool. So, I know Fozzie, look, Fozzie does his thing on his channel, and I enjoy it when he does it sometimes, but you'll never see something I've never done, something I don't do. I hear all these names. I heard Saeed and Khalid and fucking Wahid. I don't know all the time, these guys, right? Stretch and Yance and Bance and Rance and all these people, right? So I don't know what they're called. Stretch. Right? I've never seen them. I don't watch them. I don't watch them, especially not these Man United guys. Like I see the odd clip pop up, but so I just stay away from that world because I know it would do my head in completely. Bro. It really would, and I'd just be there bashing away in the keyboard, say, "Oh, you're talking crap about it." So I just kind of stand back and I just try and stay. But like you said, you don't. If you stay in your own little world, your own little echo chamber as well, you do need to get out there. That's what I like on my show every now and again. If a Tottenham fan calls in or an Arsenal fan calls in, if they're good people and they're polite, to just break that kind of Liverpool psyche every now and again. It's good to see what a genuine fan from another club thinks of you, not some guy that's just there to slag you off or to call you up, but what a genuine fan from a different part of the country likes to, or what they think of what you're doing. Sometimes, because we all get in our own little Liverpool world.
Right.
And we assume all fans are just want to talk shit about us or talk trash about us. No, there's plenty of fans like us out there that can talk, can look at World Club and they've done good business. He's a good player. That's all they should sell that guy, that kind of thing. So I'm just loving this, because I know there's a small group out there trying to get a little bit over the, why didn't Klopp get this money? kind of attitude.
Why we brought that? Say that again.
I know it's look. It's not like we had 400 million to spend on Verts 4 years ago. That's what some of these people would have you believe. This took time. This took time. It took not spending a lot last year, not spending anything, winning all that, and we've gotten to this point now where we're cool. So there's a few people I can see that just can't quite. They're not prepared to give Slot enough credit because they think that should have been Jurgen Klopp. He should have been getting this money. He should, but Jurgen has walked. So, and Michael Edwards-Hughes have come back and just show, like K-Mac has always said, it's like the adults are back in the building now. Now, most of what K-Mac says is crazy madness.
But once in a while,
very mad.
But that
once in a while, he will say something.
Yeah.
Good guy, though. Good guy. Let me just put it out there. It's brilliant.
The thing that debate is like, okay, so a gentleman once came on my show and tried to have that debate about, let Slot win with his own team, Jurgen. I said, okay. And then, he was feeling himself. It's like, yeah, man, I'll cook you. I said, okay. Then I looked at him. I said, Klopp's team, that's not his team.
Nope.
If we want to be technical, that's not a team. That's Edwards' team. The only player he bought was Virgil. Virgil. That was the only one he went from the pits of hell, said, I don't care what you do. I want this guy.
At any cost.
At any cost. And they gave him, right? So that debate is a non-starter, because if we want to be nitpicking, we were like, what happened when Edward left? Klopp didn't do too well. Managers usually don't do too well when they pick the players. That's why the greats have always have somebody with them. Alex Ferguson had David Gill with him.
Yeah.
Right? Wenger, when he was doing well, he had what was that guy's name?
David Dean.
Another David with him. Right? Mourinho, the great Mourinho, never did it with himself. He had people with him. And all the places that he went to, he always had people with him. So this idea that the manager is the one picking the player. Look at Eddie Howe with all the money in the world, and his nephew is the one that is doing the business for him.
Mm-hmm.
So, that debate is non-starter, non-grata, whatever they call it. But moving forward with the actual football, real quick, what did you guys think about the individual performance? Because preseason for me is about individual performance, to see what the fitness, and then maybe you say, okay, because on Friday we're not going to be playing a championship football on Friday. Let's be honest.
No, this is real football, man. It's back.
You see what I mean? This is real football. This is game one. Nobody is actually match fit. You haven't played competitive football yet. Yeah. Preseason is not competitive. It's somewhat of a competition, yes. It's mostly training. Yeah. So I would like to see you guys' mentality of upcoming game on Friday. What are you guys, compared to what we saw on Sunday, what are you guys expecting and all want to see?
Yeah, you know what you said, like both of you just talked about, how I want to just say something before I talk about that game and preseason. You know how difficult it is, to persuade a team to win things when you're coming into a job of another man's, position. Like replacing someone like Klopp, especially how the players were, the way they were like towards Klopp, the way they loved him and the fan base loved him. Like when you come to an environment like that, what Arne Slot did with that, not only is the world against him because he's a Liverpool manager.
Yeah,
the fan base and the players are sort of against that as well, if you know what I mean. Because the love they have for Jurgen is very difficult when he just left through the door. And the way Arne Slot came in and galvanized everybody together, especially not being his players, and did what he did, that should show you how much of a good manager he is. Like I said, he's facing the Premier League and the European football, teams against him. Real Madrid's, Barcelona's, Man United, Chelsea. All these teams. You're already, not many people like Liverpool. And then you're coming into an environment where the fan base still love Klopp and the players still love Klopp. And look what he did last season. Didn't change much. Used probably 14 players maximum. And then did that and people are questioning him about things still.
Often lost, a penalty loss.
That's what I don't understand. I'm just confused in that. I mean, that should tell you as a human being how much of a quality manager that he is. People don't see that. I mean, they look at the negative side. One person says something, they all follow that one person. Listen, Arne Slot, I love Klopp. Listen, he brought me back joy. 30 years I've been waiting for, and he brought me back joy. I mean, but his time is gone. This is Arne Slot time. And you guys were saying he might manage Barcelona, Real Madrid. No, he's not that type of manager. Let me just put it out there, guys. He could be here for the long term. He said it himself. I like to develop players from the youth to the first team. Real Madrid don't do that. Barcelona don't do that. That should be just gone there. So expect him to be at Liverpool for the long term in regards to that. Now,
okay, that's interesting. I could see slightly different, but that's interesting.
It came out of him, Irishman.
Yeah,
I like to develop players. I'm not all about teams that buying players continuously to improve. I heard him say that. It came out of his mouth. In regards to the preseason, last season he was playing the sort of the Jurgen Klopp way and like splash with his bits. You know what I mean? He a little bit of his kind of football because the players were used to a certain thing. And don't forget, majority of the players didn't come back for preseason, did they? They only came one game before the start of the season with the Seville game. So he didn't have enough
last year. Loads of them were late. Yeah, loads of them came back late.
Yeah, so he didn't have enough time for them. So this preseason, what I saw of him is he's trying to put his ideas now. I mean, what formations can we play? What different? If the game becomes difficult, what can we do to overcome that? So this is what they were looking at. The result was not important. It's what we need to do next season to win games that we didn't win last season. That's what he's looking at. And I've seen a lot. I've seen the youngsters obviously play as a centre back, as a winger, and it was refreshing. I mean, seeing players like that. Coming into the team, but I've seen different formations. He's been trying different tactics in regards to players playing in different positions, and some of it look good, some of it look horrific. But at least we know what to do when the season starts. So think about it this way, guys. Like, this is a guy with a plan. I mean, he doesn't want to have one plan like he had last season. He wants to have 1, 2, 3, 4 different, things for different competition, and that's why he got Giovanni Van Bronckhorst. He was a manager at Rangers. He was a manager at Final. One things. So he's got ideas from that direction as well. So yeah, just look out for that next season. You're gonna see different formations, players playing different areas that you don't expect them to play. And those difficult games might be easier to win for us because this is the work they were doing in the preseason. So I wouldn't pay attention to that Crystal Palace game. It didn't really convince me we're gonna have a horrific season or anything like that. What I looked at is the game of two halves. The first half was phenomenal. Some of the touches, some of the movements, some of the passing from our players was just out of this world. Second half, obviously 75 minutes, he took off the striker and we just was like all over the place because we didn't have no one playing up front. It was always going to be difficult anyway. So imagine Isak in this team and Guehi coming into this team and that youngster Leoni coming into this team next season. It'd be freaking like we'd be dominating teams everywhere. I think this is the best transfer window we've seen in years. So yeah, that's how I see it. So like I said, don't bring too much into the Crystal Palace game. Check out the first half. Watch the game back if you haven't. Check out the first half and check out the second half. Two different halves. One was like, let's see how good we are from the start. We could do things. It was phenomenal. Second half, let's do some experiment here and there. Bring on two pivot midfielders and see if we could defend. It didn't work out. And we move on. You know what I mean?
And we know that the manager does not make the same mistake twice.
No.
So whatever people say was a mistake from him on Sunday, I will not see it. I will not see it again. Irishman, what do you say, man? From what you saw on Sunday and then what is coming on Friday, of course, obviously, we don't have Gravenberch, so I don't know if we're going to win the match because everybody swear up and down. Gravenberch is the only person in the squad that can do what he does.
He's going to pack up and go home.
At this point, I'm just waiting for the next game, which is
give him the 3 points.
Yeah, give him the 3 points, man. Let's keep on moving. Newcastle. Let's start watching the Newcastle game.
Get on up.
Yeah, I think Fozzie made a lot of great points, especially to do with. Brazzy is asking why does the Irishman think that Slot ain't in it for the long term? I can probably answer both questions in one here. In that
Mm-hmm.
he's, I mean, we talked about the quality. He's brought in Rob Page. Rob
Mm-hmm.
Page used to manage Wales, like the full national team,
Wow.
and he's our under-21s manager. Like our under-21s manager is a in previous Wales national manager, right? That's pedigree
Oh,
right there.
okay.
Van Bronckhorst, like you said, he won stuff with Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
He was in Turkey. He's not even the second in command. He's the
Mm-hmm.
third in command. Like Slot's not a manager, so you don't have an assistant manager. But like
Nope.
Slot's head coach, then there's like a second and third. And Van Bronckhorst isn't. But Van Bronckhorst is very big into how we're. He's a very big part of how we play.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the change from Heitinga. Like he's coming, like Fozzie, you're going to see a lot. You can see a lot of changes in the Charity Shield. That team wasn't anywhere near what it's supposed to be.
Nope.
I'm happy that we're going to see, like, this will go back to the kind of, oh well, why would we do that? Why would we sign X player if we didn't play with that kind of player last season?
Mm-hmm.
Slot came out and said during last week, he said, obviously we're going to play differently next year. Obviously, you can't play
Mm-hmm.
the same. He said you could see it even towards the back end of last year. You
Mm-hmm.
could see the teams were figuring out what we were doing, and it
Mhm.
was getting harder to play. So he said, even during the season, you have to change.
Mm-hmm.
So I think someone said, "Are you going to play differently next year?" He said, "Of course you bloody will." Think if you think you can play the same and get away, he's like, "This is why you see all these new ideas," which is why I think Slot is the kind of person that embraces change quickly. And like
Mm-hmm.
Heitinga came in for a year, gone after a year. Van
Mm-hmm.
Bronckhorst, if we win another league title, do you think he's not going to get offered a
There you
manager's
go.
job? Of course he will. Move on, change. So I think he likes new ideas. I think he embraces change, which is why I could see him saying, like, I don't mean gone in 2 years. I mean, like 5 years is a long time in the modern game.
Yeah, yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So I can just see him being that kind of guy that likes different things and change. So maybe that. But if he stays around winning stuff, so I think we're going to see. And this rotation thing, that really bugs me because I think people are just picking the one thing that he didn't do last year that everyone agrees a little
Mm-hmm.
bit on, and they're just that's all they talk about rotation. He didn't rotate. He didn't. If we'd rotated, we would have won the bloody Champions League. Like he came into my mind. He came into a squad that wasn't his, and he
Mm-hmm.
looked at it. And let's not forget that in the 80s and the 90s, did we
Mm-hmm.
have 23-man squads? We played with
Mm-hmm.
15, 16 players, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
We won leagues with 15, 16 players. This is not
Mm-hmm.
new, and football was tougher back then. Um, but I think he came in, he looked at that squad, and he said, you know what? That squad can't compete on four fronts.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
But that 15 players, that 14, 15 players, I reckon I could win a league with them.
Yep.
I reckon I could
Mm-hmm.
win a league with that 14, 15. Stupidly thinking that would be enough for some people, you know? Oh, not realizing that wouldn't be enough for some people. But he
Yeah.
went in and he isolated a core group of 14, 15, kept them all fit, got
Mm-hmm.
them play every game. And what did he do? He walked the league. And people, oh, but he didn't rotate enough. Use your brains. Why didn't he rotate? Because guess what? All those people that I said you wanted to bring in should have gotten game time are either sold or will soon be sold. Elliot,
Mm-hmm.
Nunes, Simicas, people like that, the ones that were supposed to get all the game time and
Yeah.
would have rotated in. Darwin, blah, blah, blah. It's silly. It's absolutely silly. So that he came in, he didn't rotate because he had a 15 core man squad. I can win a league with that squad. But
Right.
if I try and win the Champions League and blah, 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 no, it's not going to work. It's not. He tried his best in the other competitions and he bought us our second league title in over 30 years. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
he's getting criticized for not rotating enough and not playing Simicas and Elliott and Chiesa more. It's hard to win, man. It shows you the stress in that job.
Amazing,
It's
isn't it, Irishman and Quasi?
incredible.
If you ask these fans in the beginning of the season what you
Mm-hmm.
expect, I guarantee you none of them will say we winning the Premier League. You know what I mean? So, like, make up your mind. You know what I mean? Like, this is what we all wanted in years. Like,
Mm-hmm.
we got 2 Premier Leagues in 5 years.
Yeah.
30 years before that, we didn't even touch a Premier League. I mean, we came close, but we couldn't touch it. Now we've got 2. It's not good enough.
Yeah.
I don't understand, man.
Yeah.
Like Pep said
I-
it. Sorry, Quasi. Someone
Go
said it
ahead.
there. Like Pep gave an interview at the start of the season. He said, I've said it to the board. The squad is too big. He said, I cannot keep going on like this. I've said to them, if you buy me more players and
I'll
don't
quit.
sell players, I'll leave because
Mm-hmm.
I cannot keep He said some of these guys are world-class players, or well, they're top players. And I'm having to say to them, you're staying at home this weekend. Not that you're not playing, not that you're not on the bench, or not that you're on the bench. You're not even in the squad.
You're not dressed.
You know, I'm having to put people, and he said, I don't want that anymore. Slot is just doing the same thing. He knows. You know, JK talks a lot about how you have to keep everybody sweet. You have to keep everybody sweet. He thinks you keep everybody sweet by playing people all the time. Everybody, I say no. You keep everybody sweet by having a much smaller squad, where everybody does get game time, rather than just giving people games to give them games. And if he's shown to be one of the best in the world at injury prevention, I know that's something you know about, Quasi. Yeah. This guy is top class at injury prevention, and if you can do that, then you can maintain. This was this not Ibu's best ever season fitness wise?
Yep.
Think that's a coincidence?
And the only reason he got injured was because some idiot stepped on the back of his foot.
Well, he dragged him to the floor and stepped on it. Yeah.
You know?
Obviously, kind of shit, man. It's annoying. I remember. Real Madrid.
Yeah. No, you get that idiot.
It was the young striker, wasn't it? The young kid.
Yeah.
They made him the main striker. Yeah, man. Moving on from these two center backs and everything, what do you guys think with this Isak everyday saga that at this point?
Where's Rasta? Where's Rasta? You mentioned Isak. Where's Rasta?
Rasta, he's dodging. He's hiding.
What's his other guy? Brad or something?
Yeah, Brado.
Brado, yeah, he's gonna pop up there.
That's Rasta's burner account. The whole Isak thing, in the last couple of days, I've been listening to Newcastle fans. I'm sorry, Newcastle fans, you guys are not making any sense. The only thing that I agree with you is the frustration. You do not want what they call it. You do not want one of your best players to leave. Every fan base don't want that. I agree 100%. But the anger and the vitriol that you guys have for the player, I don't want to say it's okay. No, it's not, because you guys are asking the wrong questions about Liverpool and Isak, and you're not giving that same question to your board. Every question that what was the Newcastle fan, big muscle dude, forgot his name.
True Geordie.
Yeah, True Geordie. He's angry. I get that, but where he's projecting his anger should be with the board, because listening to him, you could tell he's confused himself. He said, yeah, the board didn't do this, the board didn't do this, but then Isak is a disgrace. People, before I continue, please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. There's a lot of you guys in the building. Thanks to Irishman and Fuzzy for making this happen. Every time they are in the building, the show becomes the best show on the planet. So please hit the like button. And if you haven't, please subscribe. Big time, please subscribe. Irishman channel is also available. I'm going to put both their channels in the description right after the show. Please go to their channels and subscribe to theirs too. Big things. I won't send you to any place where you're not going to enjoy. So thank you for being part of our community. But this anger towards Isak, okay, being AWOL is not a good look. I get that. Not practicing with the team is not a good look. Cool. But this player has tried to do the best thing he can. He started doing the right way. If you guys didn't want him to go, you should have given him a new contract. The fact that you guys, when he said, I want a new contract, it's not like he didn't ask for it. He asked for it. That's a player who didn't want to go anywhere. He asked for it, and you guys said, we got Champions League. You got 3 more years to go. And then now he said, oh, so, okay, then I want to move on. And then now he's the bad guy. And he tried to do it the right way. So I don't get this whole thing. And right now, Newcastle, you got people like Simon from TalkSport, who that guy, he just like to talk nonsense 99.9% of the time, sometimes 105% of the time. Everybody, like Fuzzy said at the beginning, everybody's hating on Liverpool. Why? Because we are doing the right thing. Nobody have seen a club spend this amount of money by generating their own money. Usually when City and Chelsea was doing it. It was off the owners when it was the old rules of how to spend money on a club.
Fast track.
Thank you. So I don't know why you would think people, and I'll guarantee you're going to see people studying how Liverpool do it. In the next 2 to 3 years, you're going to see a lot of clubs mimicking Liverpool, making you think that, oh, we started this, especially Manchester United fans. Don't think we don't see what you're doing. Right? You guys out here begging that, oh, we should have a, what do you call it? A transfer committee. 10 years ago, what did you guys say about us when we had a transfer committee? Okay.
What were they? The laptop gurus.
Yes.
That was the laptop gurus.
The laptop gurus, right?
Laptop boys, yeah.
And now you were begging Edwards to come to your club with his laptop. So, yeah. So my question to, Fuzzy and Irishman, I know you guys have talked about this in the nauseam. Why is this fan base from Newcastle not asking the questions to their board rather than demonizing the player? I'm not saying the player is perfect. Yes, like I said, AWOL was not a good look. Not training with your teammates is not a good look. However, let's start from day one. He told you I wanted a contract. You guys brush him off, disrespected him. A player that have taken you to 2 Champions League and they win you a trophy. Now he said, okay, listen, I'm letting you know in advance, I'm going to move on. And this is my part. And maybe one of you guys, I believe there is a language in one of the contract where it tells him, yes, you can go. The fact that one player has so much power where the manager cannot even say, when the manager said it's not as easy as it looks. When Suarez did the same thing, we sent him to the academy and he came back.
Mm-hmm.
But this one, there's something different. There's something different about this one where they have no power. For a player with 3 year, if it was a 2 year or 1 year, okay. But he has 3 years and they have no power over him.
Yeah.
Is it me or I'm just being paranoid? I believe there's a language somewhere and the fan base are not paying attention to what the board have done. They want to demonize the player so bad that, oh, it's not the board's fault. They tried to give him a new contract. He refused. Brother, I asked you when we were not winning, give me a new contract. You did not. All of a sudden now you want to give me a new contract.
Yeah. It's weird there, isn't it? Very strange. Very strange. And the team that wants him is the team that can offer him what he wants.
Exactly.
Ballon d'Or nominations, Champions League winning medals, Premier League winning medals. You could offer him all that. You know what I mean? And people are listen. The guy asked them before, like you just said, he asked him that question. I mean, I want to sign. Do you want me to sign a contract for the long term? And then they looked at it. He's going to be 28, I think, when he finishes his contract. We give him an extension, he'd be in his 30s, so that can't happen. I mean, no, we can't give a 3-year extension to the contract he's already got. So that can't happen. So the player said, you know what, if we're going down that route, then let me go at the end of the season, which from his camp he says they agreed with, because they didn't expect to win the League Cup, did they? They didn't expect to be in the Champions League either this season. So now, because they got power, they're abusing the player and they're putting the player in a bad predicament. You know what I mean? Apparently that conversation never happened. You know what I mean? And listen, whatever he says, I don't see Newcastle coming out and refusing anything he says. I mean, they're not refusing it or anything like that. They're not saying he's a liar or anything like that. So if they come out and said something like that, then I understand. But they ain't. So whatever he says is always staying there and it never leaves. The player, listen, the player wants to play for a big club. The player wants to move, and and the only way he can do that is what he's doing right now, because he agreed. Apparently, they agreed for him to leave, and now like they're going back on their word because they got a bit power. The way they come out and saying like he's not leaving under any circumstances and all that stuff is just wrong. You can't hold players hostage. Let me give you an example, guys. Yeah, I said this yesterday. I'm sure Irishman heard me say it. When Mark Ashley was holding Newcastle hostage, do people remember that? And I put it on Twitter. Do you remember Newcastle fans? the way they were acting. They're saying, "Let's help us get this guy out." We don't want him at Newcastle. He's holding us hostage. He's a Cockney. He's part of a Cockney, cartel, gangsters at our football club. We don't want him. He doesn't buy the players that we want, etc. So what's the difference between what you're doing to Isak and what that guy did to you now? What is the difference? There's no difference. You're holding a player hostage that wants to leave. So for a team that used to say they've been held hostage, you're doing the same thing to this player, man. The player is saying to you, he doesn't want to play for you because he's been lied to. He wants to leave, and let me go. He gave you that free options, and he's gonna get you a lot of money at the same time as well. So let the guy go, man. I don't think he's done anything wrong. I think it's today. If someone did that to me, lied to me, I'll do the same thing. I'll say, like, get me out of here. I mean, as soon as possible. Because you're only hearing one side all the time, the Newcastle side. Blah, blah, blah. How dare you do this? How dare you do that, Isak? But you don't hear him both sides. You don't hear. He hasn't come out and said anything. His representatives are saying something. But once he moves, I've got a feeling he's gonna tell a lot of truth in that. And this AWOL thing, listen, I don't really care about it. I just want the player to come to Liverpool, and I hope they make him about 6 or 7 songs, because that guy wants to join us by any means necessary. I mean, and he's doing everything he can in his part. And Liverpool should be doing the same thing, in my opinion, because while we're sitting here talking about, I don't give a fuck about language. I don't give a shit about 150. Pay the damn thing, man. The guy's done enough for you guys to do that for him. To go and don't embarrass him. Go and pay the money and get him through the door, man. I mean, so that's how I see it, guys. Like, you're playing you're holding a player hostage. Let him go, man. Let him go. He doesn't want to be there anymore. He said to you, under any circumstances, even if the transfer window closes, I'm not playing for you guys. So there must be something serious in this conversation we're having right now.
Yeah. What says you, Irishman?
Well, yeah, a lot there. I mean, when did it? Okay, if you just stand back and look at it, what did Liverpool do? We made a bid for a player.
Just to show both sides.
All we did was make a bid for a player. That's all we did.
Club to club was. Don't forget, it was club to club. We did it respectfully.
Yeah, that's all we did. We made a bid for a player. That's all we did. They said no. We said, okay, cool, but it's kind of like we're still waiting on the end of the phone, and we've been told that a bit too soon. They're not ready. Whatever it might be. Well, okay, cool. What have we done since? Nothing. We've done nothing. We've done absolutely nothing. It's all happened in this Newcastle world. For me, for day one in this, I said, this should be there, could be there, Coutinho moment. Get 130 million in the first couple of weeks of the window, get the deal done. And then they would have had a completely different summer to the one they're having now. The guy, we all said, as soon as it became kind of like realistic or official that we were actually trying to buy the guy, then it was like, okay, even if we do have the money, we all know as football fans, we've been around long enough to know he was always going to have to force his way out. He was always going to have to burn bridges, break a few relationships, maybe the odd burning, the odd shirt burning and the odd, but he knew, because they were never going to acquiesce and just say, oh yeah, Liverpool, we get it, bigger club than us, ready to move. Yeah, that's sweet, we can do it. No, they were going to get all chesty about it and get all, no, we're a big club. We're not going to let anyone take our prize asset. And then very, very quickly, their whole summer unraveled, because they're pretty much the opposite to us. They've got their owners. Someone said last night they're the richest club in the world. They're not the richest club in the world.
Nope.
They have the richest ownership in the world.
Yeah.
But their club isn't the richest in the world. It's nowhere near the richest in the world. They can't spend Saudi money. They can spend Newcastle money. They want to drink champagne. They can only afford brown ale. Okay? That's how it works. Okay? They can't just buy your way into the VIP lounge because you're the Saudis. But guess what? The Saudis are used to being able to buy their way into the VIP lounge. And they're realizing now that that's not how it works in football. It's not boxing, it's not golf, it's not something you can just take over, Formula One, whatever it might be, whatever they have on the list next. And they realize what the world is now. Isak can say, look, guys, even if you get your shit together, and look at the business you've done this summer, by the way, that does not scream getting your shit together. But even if Newcastle were to get their shit together in a league this competitive, right, with these teams, how many leagues and Champions Leagues do you think Isak will win in the next 4 years? Because he doesn't have any. Everyone's telling him he's the best player in the world. He's one of the best strikers in the world. What does he have to show for it? A freaking Carling Cup?
League Cup.
That's it.
Really.
So even if he goes to Liverpool at the age of 26, we're not going to win 4 in a row, right? That's unrealistic. So he might, like, he's looking around at other players at 8, 9, 10 league titles and this and that, and he wants to get a hurry up. He doesn't want to wait till next year. He wants to start winning big trophies now, or at least competing at the top end for them.
While he's still young. Yeah.
You know, he's got 4 or 5 years left at the very top level till he's 31, right? Now and he has injury issues as well. 4 or 5 years at the very top. So how many leagues did Lionel Messi win in 5 years? Maybe 2, 3 in a good period. So he's going to say, look, Newcastle, lads, I came in. I'm going to use this to see, I got you this, I got you that. But he was at the spearhead of a team that got them into the Champions League, right?
Right.
He scores in the League Cup final, right? I've done all that for you. He got you back into the Champions League. 20 plus goals in the Premier League twice. Alan Shearer never did in consecutive seasons. Alan Shearer never did that.
Nope.
And you're going to get a record fee from me, and you're going to double your money. Like he cost 62 million. You're absolutely 162. 130 doubles their money. So you can get to say we got a world record fee, we double our money. I mean, what's the freaking hold up? But it's just their pride, and because they wait so long and so long and so long, they can barely even attract a Johan Vissa. Well, they can get him as long as that happens.
Yeah, it's funny thing that Vissa also doing the same thing Isak is doing, but that one is like, that one is good, right? And okay, listen, honesty.
One question. What's Honesty saying? What's Honesty saying about me?
And that's what I was going to address right now. Honesty, I get your point with the whole trend.
It's okay. I just want to see what he's saying. I just want to say, I'm a calm guy. I don't retaliate to you. I just want to see what he's saying. Yeah. Sorry about that, bro.
Yeah, no problem. But this okay. That's why I started saying, and I think my two gentlemen here will say the same thing. I said in front of the fans' eyes, yes, going AWOL, not training with the squad, that's not a good look. No player should do that. You under contract, fulfill your contract. However, the person did not just refuse. He said, I wanted a new contract. They did not give him a new contract.
Yep.
He told them in advance, I want to leave. I'm pretty sure there's an agreement somewhere where they say, okay, sure, get us to here, and then we would something, right? The manager has come out and said it's not as easy. He hasn't said it once, twice, or 3 times, 4 times. But now the manager is also trying to, I think the media thing is getting to his head where he's also puffing his chest out, talking about the player will not do this, Fine. And I'm pretty sure the manager wants the player gone so he could use the money on something else.
Yeah,
I think at this point, I've seen some fan base.
As I said, Quasi, listen, just putting that comment. I don't have no issues on this. He's a good guy. He's always in your comments. I just want to see that comment where he's saying.
What's the thing about Trent, is it?
Yeah. He's talking about Trent to me. Like, basically, let me say something to you in football terms. Yeah, we don't know what happens behind closed doors.
Right.
The guy doesn't do this for no reason. I mean, the football is a short span in career terms. Yeah. Let me say something to you guys. Yeah. Say he gets to 31. Do you think Newcastle's still going to be interested in him? And he believes in himself, he could still do it. How many players have we seen in the past when they've been used up, other teams just push them aside like a piece of shit? But the player is looking after himself. That's what you got to realize. If you're talking about Trent, the way people went at Trent asked for it himself. Trent was speaking to Madrid while he's still under contract at Liverpool Football Club. That's the difference. If you know what I mean? And he was learning Spanish at the same time. You don't speak like that within 1 week, like he said before, when he made a mistake in the press conference. So football is not a place where there's loyalty anymore. You know what I mean? Playing for the badge, that's long gone. As I said to you, think about Isak's situation. He's 26 now in September. He wants to win. Why, like Irishman said, he wants to win things right now while he's going to reach the peak of his powers, and reach his prime, then his peak of his powers. At Newcastle, at any club, at Liverpool, there's a certain time the player still believes himself, and the club still will say, "No, you have to go." So players don't have loyalty like that. So what he's doing right now is not even a bad thing, because we don't even know from his end what actually happened. We're just guessing at the moment, and we're only hearing from his representatives what they're saying. So once he leaves Newcastle, then we're going to hear the truth. You don't do things like this without a reason being in place. I mean, come on, man. The guy has done so much for Newcastle, even Alan Shearer couldn't do. I mean, so he's done enough to earn respect in that way. And as I said, players have no loyalty to football clubs. We experienced it from Torres, Suarez, Coutinho, people playing sick before games. Those games we lost because of them not playing. Don't forget, because we actually won the season with them being in that position in the pitch. So it happens, man. That's football.
Even Gerrard thought about leaving to go and win titles with Chelsea.
Everybody, man.
He was threatened.
I would never use Trent as an example. Let me just put it that way. That guy did Liverpool dirty. He's a homegrown player. He's a scouser. He said he wants to be the next captain of Liverpool Football Club. I can't remember Isak saying things like that. Isak's Swedish. He's not Geordie. You know what I mean? So that's the difference between them two. And he let us down. I mean, not only let us down, he went for free. That's the worst part of this story of Trent. I mean, if we got like 100 million or 80 million for him, I'll support him. Thank you very much. See you later. But he didn't even get that for us. That's the difference between Isak and him. As I said, the story will continue with Isak, and the truth will come out eventually. And probably all of us over here will be, sad to hear what he's gonna say. I mean, so we gotta be careful, man. Just relax with that stuff. Honestly, I ain't got no issue with you, bro. You're a good guy. Obviously.
Honestly, there's the difference also for me. Trent did not want to sign a new contract. Isak requested a new contract. They gave him 3 new contracts after the fact, when he has told them, I want to leave. There's a big difference.
Yeah, those are nonsense.
Don't all of a sudden give me something after I've told you that I'm leaving. Then all of a sudden, we'll pay you this. And then you use the media to demonize me. This is the part where I want to speak for Liverpool. Liverpool don't have to do anything. Nope. We are just sitting at the lobby with cash in our hand and say, people, come out of your office and sell me the car at the lot. Liverpool,
very smart team. Very smart. Team.
Liverpool already said we have the money, and we showed him, Isak, that we have the money, and we showed Newcastle we have the money. And if you listen to some of the conversation that's going on, they said Liverpool is not even that different. The bid that we made, it's not far off what Newcastle told Liverpool what they wanted.
Yes.
Yeah, so we didn't go in there and bid 85.
Exactly.
We went in there and bid a top dollar bid. We went real high. We went, that's a serious offer. Not a let's unsettle the player by offering 85, blah, blah. No, we went in and, like I said, Quasi, it's like you've got a for sale sign up outside your house, right? And someone knocks on your door and it's like, the house is 200 grand. And he goes, would you take 110? And you go back in and whoever says, who was that? Oh, some time waster just looking, If someone comes and knocks on your door, right? Someone comes and knocks on your door and goes 200, yeah, would you take 190? That's a serious bid.
That's a serious bid,
okay, then you say, okay, come in, sit down, we'll talk, because that's a guy that's really, that's a serious bid. It's not a time-wasting bid. It's not a wreck your head kind of bid. It's not unsettle the player. It's like, no, this is a real deal. No one can criticize us from that point at all.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. It's not... Newcastle has to open the door. Even if it's 150, Newcastle have to open the door and say, okay, bring the money.
Pay the damn thing, man.
So it's not Liverpool don't have to do anything. Newcastle have to say, yes, I can't force you to take my money. Even though I'm begging you to take my money, if you said no, I'm still begging. My knees are on the ground begging, baby, please take the money. Exactly. You know what I mean? That's what it is right now. So this whole thing of demonizing Liverpool, demonizing Isak, I think it's for media to make money. Right?
They're just lashing out. They're just lashing
People
out.
are just lashing out. Or what?
Listen to this. Look at this. Look, this guy done even worse than Isak. Gyökeres at Arsenal. Didn't even turn up for training. He went on holiday. Didn't even come back from holiday. He said, I'm leaving no matter what. I'm not coming back." Did he get this press? Hell no.
Then people are actually happy for him to do that, so he can move.
Yeah, no, but nobody in TalkSport talked about him in a negative way, like they're doing Isak. You know what I'm saying?
Who's that?
Gyökeres didn't even turn up for training. Didn't even come back to Portugal.
Yeah, but he wanted to play for Arsenal, so he gets good press. Thumbs up.
And the crazy thing is, like, TalkSport first at the beginning, they were like, "Yeah, let him go to Liverpool, get the money, get the money, get the money." And then all of a sudden, oh, the player is doing bad. How dare he do this? And they flipped. I mean, they flipped. People forgetting that Harry Kane did the same thing, trying to be nice. And now look at him. Exactly. One trophy, a player of his caliber, right? So, see, this is the thing that I'm talking about. This brother here, I used to like him a lot, but recently, when I see him, I just want to,
you should clarify who you're talking about there. You're talking about Ben Jacobs or Bruce Khan. You should clarify which one you mean.
Irishman, you know exactly who I'm talking about. Gris only reports what has been told to him. There's one of them who goes around talking like he knows something, right? Ben Jacobs, when the bid first came in, he's the only one who went around saying Liverpool is not coming back again. Basically, there's no more bid.
Yeah, he did, and then he changed his mind
and then he started changing his mind like 500 times. Like, he's been going on a press tour and he's talking and everybody, David Ornstein, who usually is a little bit measured compared to he and Fabrizio, even said Liverpool is still ready to do business when Newcastle allowed them to come in. Now he's talking about Liverpool. There was never a price. The 150 is the media. Yeah, the 150 is the media driven. But Liverpool, I'm pretty sure Liverpool and Newcastle have had a conversation.
Oh yeah, same as Florian Wirtz. Remember, people 130 they were saying, and then we got him for 116, I believe. So it does go, you know what I mean, down eventually.
And this is the thing. If Newcastle didn't want to sell, they would not be entertaining this. They would have called the FA and say, "Please tell these guys to leave our player alone." So there is a conversation. One thing that I am just going to chalk it to is they don't have a replacement. That's why they're being stubborn. They put themselves in the corner.
Nobody wants to join them.
And nobody wants to join you. If you take the money, and this is the thing, now everybody knows that you're about to make 150 million.
They played it so badly.
Bad, man.
So badly. And it's all to do with the Stavely thing, like that whole agreement that he had. People say gentleman's agreement this, gentleman's agreement that. But he had apparently, like our loader or whatever, Amanda Stavely, I don't think she's the nicest person in the world, but apparently she was the one person there that kind of brought a bit of the human touch to the whole thing, is what's been said. She was a link. She got on with players. She kind of made them, she knew how to speak to people. That's what she does. She puts people together and brings deals together.
Oh yeah, she's
and
good.
Her and her husband, she led the DIC bid to try to buy Liverpool back in the day.
Yep.
She was.
She said she's a Liverpool fan anyway. That's what she said.
Yeah, she was leading that bid before Hicks and Gillette, the Dubai International Capital one. So she's always been trying to get from Middle East to buy a club in England. But she's married to another guy. They were forced out. And Isak had an agreement with him and her that he would get a new contract. Paul Mitchell came in, became a director of football. He said, "Why would we give him a new contract? He's got 4 years left and he's on the good wage. You're not getting a new contract." That's where it all kicked off from. And that's 2 years ago is where that all comes from. And then last year, he's like, according to that Craig Hope guy who's on tour with Newcastle, he said, like, Isak sat down with them last summer and said, "I want to leave." He said, if you look back for the first 6 games of last year, he was pretty crap. And he only got 2 assists or something. He said then he kind of got his head back into it and started scoring. But he told Newcastle last year, "I want out." So it's like, it's not like, oh, what are Liverpool doing, showing up at our door, trying to unsettle our player? They've known for a year, not just this whole thing about them having all summer to take this money early. get it banged like we did with Coutinho. They've had a whole year to plan for this, and they knew they were losing Callum Wilson. Callum Wilson is he's 34, completely injury prone, and he was going on a free. They knew they were losing him. So how they didn't have even someone lined up just to bang, we got him replaced. Just such a badly run club, man, because they can't get deals done because it takes about 8 people to give it the okay. At Liverpool, only takes 1 or 2, takes 24 hours. That's why we can move on players quick. It takes these guys to get 2 weeks to get the okay from head office and then to get the final sign off. You know, so why would anybody want to go there? And they see, you know, they'll hold you to ransom.
Yeah.
If you're good enough. I mean, they've just played their cards so badly. They should have just realized that we're a 5th place team. Do what Liverpool did with Coutinho. Be a big club when you know you're not a big club. With Suarez, we were a big club. We wasted the money. But with Coutinho, we knew we couldn't hold on to him. We were going to go places. We said, okay, cool. You get the most money possible. And then you say, nice one, lads. Thanks for that. Bang. Ali, Fabinho, Van Dijk, paid for. Transformed our team. How they could, why, just look and learn. Just look and learn.
And the thing is, you see, they got into their head, and I'm trying my best not to disrespect any culture or anything, but it's one of those things where people who have so much money, they think that you can tell me what to do, not understanding that you are working with people who make you more money.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how much money you have. If you can humble yourself sometimes for the people who brings you money, then it's not you will lose all of it, right? It makes no sense where they are right now. You come in, you have a project, you plan the project for 5 to 7 years. You just don't show up and start throwing your money, especially when the rules have changed.
Yeah,
and and also the media also got into their head, be like, wow, they're gonna get Mbappe. I remember what's the name, Bent. Is he still on Talksport? What's his name? Darren Bent.
Darren Bent.
Yeah, he was on Talksport saying, "Oh, I mean, they're gonna get Mbappe, right? I mean, they got money. They're gonna get Mbappe. They're gonna get Messi. They go like he was mentioning things. I'm like, how did you get the job?
You know what's funny? Like, of course, PSR ruined them. Yeah. You know, their fan base and everybody around it is complaining about PSR. But the story is Newcastle was one of the clubs that was complaining about other teams spending everybody else. They were for PSR. They were, you know what I mean? That's what's funny. They were part of that team that wanted PSR. Now they're complaining about PSR. That's what I'm saying. It's like the
Irishman. And look, the reason why I'm laughing is not because it is funny. But I was on Irishman's show last time. It was a great show. And Pops was saying the same thing about, well, PSR did them. They feel like PSR. I'm like, Pops, no. They bought the club knowing PSR was coming. PSR didn't just show up 3 years ago.
They were part of that group.
PSR, FFP. When FFP came in, the other rule was they didn't want UEFA to control everybody, right? Yeah. So FIFA and UEFA say, okay, this is the world FFP rule. So that means even clubs in Africa follow the FFP.
Yeah.
But then you're going to allow the conferences to have their own rules so that they can properly manage. Because the FFP didn't go far enough.
Yeah.
Right? The only thing FFP said is owners can use their money. But then the owners turn around and find a loophole, i.e. Liverpool, where John W. Henry gives you the money with low, interest free, which is basically your owner giving you the money.
Yeah.
In the guise of it's a loan. So FFP changed the rule, and then PSR came in and said, no, we're going to be strict. Otherwise, these guys will run amok out of the system.
Yeah.
So just like Fuzzy said, and this is hilarious because Mike Ashley was one of them people, the guy who never wanted to spend the money.
Yep.
He voted for PSR.
When he was there. Yeah.
So I think there was only 2 clubs. I mean, it's not very surprising, but I think it was Chelsea and Man City were the only 2.
Who didn't vote for it? Yeah,
but the best one, Fuzzy, what people don't even think about sometimes as well is like if you want to be successful, that means getting into Europe. And we have PSR in England, which is about to change as well in the next 2 years, where they link it to how much money the smallest clubs make and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But in Europe, UEFA have FFP. It's still UEFA FFP. So if you want to qualify, if you don't want to get fined, blah, 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 but if you want to qualify, if you want to be eligible to play in a European competition, any of them, UEFA competition, you have to pass their PSR rules. And their PSR rules are even stronger, or their FFP is even stronger. So just for basic math, let's just say if to pass PSR rules, Liverpool could spend a maximum of 100 million euros.
Right.
If we were in a European competition, you can trim that back to 90. So to qualify for there, so it's even more stringent then. You know, so it's not just England that has PSR. UEFA have FFP as well, which is even harsher than the English PSR.
Right.
So you've got to be, your books have to actually even, like, they have to even come in under FFP if you want to also play in Europe, because you've got to leave that gap to qualify for their one.
Right.
So the rules there are not, you know, I find it difficult to actually figure it out sometimes. People are saying it's there to stop the big clubs ever getting overtaken by small clubs. But to my mind, 90, unless it's a fucking nation state or some bullshit like this, this is brought into 90, and this is to do with pyramid. This is not just to do with the Premier League. This is to do with all these clubs down to the likes of Morecambe. There are 80, 90, 100-year-old football clubs disappearing all over England. Why? Because of terrible owners.
Yep.
Owners that came in and overspent. So to me, this was brought in to stop crazy lunatic owners buying up a community football club that's existed for 90, 100 years.
Institutions.
Throwing a load of money at it.
Let's take the money
then
back.
Going bankrupt, and then the club is gone. The club doesn't exist anymore. It's happened to plenty of huge clubs around England.
Horse may be the biggest one.
To me, that was what this was brought in to stop, was to stop that kind of stuff happening.
Yep.
But then I suppose an unnecessary byproduct then is, okay, well, you can only spend what you earn. Well, yeah, Real Madrid are always going to earn more than Portugal. I mean, so are we not always going to have, like, even if this stuff didn't exist, and I know, but we still would have this natural order, wouldn't we? Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern, Liverpool, Manchester, they'd still be.
They'll still make more money. Somebody will always make more money, Irishman. That the part that people don't get is also the top of the pyramid clubs was also tired that we are giving money to the bottom clubs and they were just wasting it, and then every year coming back for some more. That was the whole reason why the Big Six decided to break off and go to the Super League. Yeah, because how is it fair that Liverpool is making all these hard work to generate all these funds, and then we have to give some to teams in the bottom, and the teams in the bottom, just like Irishman just said, would take the money and misuse it, and next year come back and say, "Hey, you need to give me more because it wasn't enough." This is the whole thing. Yes, I understand that football is changing, but it's changing so that the business can be run better. Football is a business, period. Whether you agree or not.
I think the people look at the passion side and forget, like, it's become a business now.
It is. Yeah, you have to, because, you know, Liverpool has to go through pains. Remember when J.W. Henry first came, he said, we are not an oligarch, or we are not an oil state. We're going to do the best. And it took him 10 years to get to where he wanted to be. And now they're reaping the benefits of their hard work. Now you see Manchester United doing the same thing, going around acting like, yeah, we broke, we don't have money.
And then all of them spending it.
And they're spending it. And personally, I think they're just playing a gamble game where
Quasi, I do have to pick up on one thing as well.
Yeah.
During that 10 years, right, which is the problem for a lot of people, and like, I don't see why people aren't saying they got to where they said they were going to get to. People's problem is it took longer than they wanted it to.
Right.
But a lot of people say, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and they never do it. These guys came in, they said what we were going to do, and they've delivered on it. Okay, it's taken a while. But can we not forget that in the middle of that 10 years getting to, let's say, now kind of thing. I suppose if this is a starting point of the new Liverpool spending this kind of money, we won a league. We won a Champions League. We got to 2 other Champions League
with
finals.
no money spent.
We won multiple domestic trophies. What do we have? 3 FA Cup or 1 FA Cup and 3 League Cups in that 10 years.
But to be honest,
most clubs don't ever win that.
You're spotting what you're saying, but the thing is, people forget there was a pandemic as well that stopped our progression.
Pandemic fucked us up big time. That money,
money killed us, man.
There you
that
go.
money crippled us.
We could have been
That
more
took 2 years out of our money.
Yes.
2 years. You look at our books from those years, it crippled us for 2 years. And it's like, it's taken 10 years to get to where we are now. It's like, you do realize that most 98% of clubs in football would rip your right arm off for what we've won so far under FSG. A Champions League, a Premier League, and what, 4 domestic cups? I think it's 3 League Cups and FA Cup.
Like a trophy every season kind of thing, isn't it?
It's not far off. It's not far off, Ozzy. That's like 7. That's what, 5? Yeah, it's trophy every 2 years. And 2 other Champions League finals.
Yeah, and the funny thing is they want to throw us into the category of you buying the league so fast. They forget that last year we spent less than.
And look, you never walk alone. What you just said paid off. Obviously, the stands as well, and the depths. 2 stands.
Yeah, wiped away 300 million debt. Wiped it off. Just said, get rid of that. Now we can move forward. People say we never put money into the club. We did. We wiped out 300. Now, what did we do? Wipe it away with a damp cloth? No, we wiped it away with 300 million quid. They say, he got it for 360. Yeah, he got it for 360. Paid off 300 million debt. And that loan that you were talking about, that 100 million interest-free loan, that wasn't to
for players. That was
to waste on crappy players that don't work out. That was to build a new stand, a huge new stand. And that was seen at the time as like, okay, he was saying, he loaned us money, but he's going to want it back. He's going to want it. Yeah, because it would be illegal not to give it back to him. But what he did was he didn't charge interest on it, which is what a lot of owners will do, which is a ghost way of taking money out of a club. They'll say, I gave you 100 million, but they owe me 130 million back. That's just a ghost way of taking money out of the club. He said, I'll give you 100 million to build a new stand, and all you have to do is give me back 100 million. Or even if it's only 10 years, no interest. I mean, what the hell is wrong with that? This guy is...
And not only that, Irishman, like they're building relations everywhere else as well. You know what I mean? If you look at Liverpool Football Club, in obviously in Dubai and places like that, well, people are talking about like there's a lot of investment coming from Dubai for Liverpool.
Bro, they striking, and thank you for the segue, Afazi. What do you guys think about Liverpool and our on and off girlfriend Adidas? How we blew the Adidas market, bro. That 600 million right now. Next year, that means the contract got to be renegotiated. We have to renegotiate at 60-some million a year.
10 years, mate. 10 years we got them for. 10 years, mate.
But we have to negotiate it. We just sold out. They don't have jerseys. In America, they only Adidas have only 2 stores in the whole California that sell the uniform.
Ooh.
2. And I'm like 2 hours away from each one of those places, right? And when I call those places, they say they sold out. So some of us have to wait. Yeah. We have to wait till halfway down the season to get a uniform. And that's even if we order it online.
Were you on my show when Joe was streaming live? Joe called in, he was streaming live. He was outside Atlanta and he was trying to go, he went to some stores and he was live when he was on the show. And he walked into like 3 or 4 stores. He said he'd been driving around all morning these places outside Atlanta. And then he was like, yeah, fuck it. I'm going to have to drive into Atlanta. And he was like, it'll probably be an hour. And we were still on. And he called back in. He went back on. And he was in the store buying the kit. He had to drive from wherever he is into the city. And like you said, in all of Atlanta, there was no Liverpool store. Yes, like he wasn't looking for Liverpool. He was looking for an Adidas store. And all the other ones, like he walked into one and the guy told him, yeah, we have that. He walked down the back, there was no kit. You had to go all the way into the city, 3-4 hours driving around. I think he'd been up since dawn. He's like, I need to get it like as soon as it comes out. But
Man,
I thought that was
The
crazy.
queues
Yeah,
were
you had to
crazy,
drive
man.
around for hours in America. I thought he wouldn't just be able to get one like all the
no.
big sports stores would have an Adidas section and blah 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 or whatever it
Not
might
all
be.
Adidas stores have it. They will tell you they have only 2.
But even like a big kind of sports general that they sell all the places, is it like they sell all the shirts, right? Is not even something like that where like a
Yep.
big chain sports, JD
Yeah.
Sports, whatever it might be over there.
But
They
I'm
just go
telling
in
you,
and
Adidas have like sports, they have different style of sports, right? They have the regular Adidas stores, they have the sports specific. And then of course, the only place that you might get one is like, let's say Fuzzy has his own sports brand. And even him, he said, I'm back ordered. I have to wait till 2 months down the line because Adidas don't even have it anymore. That's what they're telling us. Adidas doesn't have it. They have to basically, I feel sorry for the people who are working because they've been putting on double time, overtime to do this uniform because they sold out. And I see Arsenal fans, I've seen you. Now Arsenal fans say, oh, the white jersey sold out. People, you don't know what sold out is. Adidas don't have any more jerseys. I think you have to make a pilgrimage to where Fuzzy got his, and that's go
I
to
couldn't even get the
Liverpool
gold
store.
badge. I couldn't even get the gold Premier League badge, man. I'm pissed off about that. I'm gonna get it, but I was at Anfield and I couldn't get it. I went to the obviously mega store outside Anfield. That was the queue was.
went to the source. He
I
went to
don't
the
know where it
source.
was, man. It was far away. The queues. They had 2 queues from 2 doors. Mate, I couldn't even get in it. So I went to the superstore in the city, in the city center. That was like a queue as well. So basically, it took me like hours just to get the 2 shirts. Hours, man, like 3 to 4 hours. But I had to leave my wife there, go to the hotel, come back. We were swapping with each other.
This guy's putting his wife to work for uniform.
Come on, man. Listen, Adidas and me. That's when I remember Liverpool. I mean, Adidas, cramping Adidas back in the day, man.
People who live in England, man, they're professional at queuing. They know. You only need one person. You only need one person to hold a place in a queue. There's no point in 3 people standing there. You can just rotate. No need for it. You only need one person to hold a place in a queue.
This guy, Mr. Badere said, I had a friend here in Singapore fly to Bangkok,
That's a bit much.
Thailand, to the official store to pick up kids for him and his family. Made a holiday out of it.
God. You could have paid for another holiday with the kids. I mean, I know it's probably cheaper over there, but I know when you want to go and do the whole, you go in and get yourself a jersey, that's something, but you have all these people that go in and then they've got to get one for the kids, or 3 for the kids, or 2 for the kids, or whatever it might be. You're talking 300-400 quid before you've even blinked. Like, they want
the players wear. Irishman, the kit the players wear is about, I think, 100 something, 120, something like that. Yeah.
Oh, the proper full-on official,
the actual
whack.
Yeah,
129, I think I saw over here for the whole lot. Like,
I got lucky because I had 2 discounts, so I got lucky with the 2 of them. But
Adidas is making money, and then now, I think you said 10 years, right? I think they will have to renegotiate the term.
They will. They said welcome home, innit? They said we're back home. That's what they said. So the love is still there with Adidas, my guy.
Are they making the Germany kit?
No, they lost that.
What?
It's Puma.
They lost it to Nike. That's why they came for Liverpool. It was a beef. They said, "Oh, you're gonna take our big? Okay, watch us." That's why they took Liverpool from them.
They're like, if Ferguson's gonna sell shirts, we're gonna have a part of it.
German as well, or what?
Adidas German, yeah.
No, Puma.
Puma is Germany, yeah.
Oh, okay. So
that's Nike came in.
Sense.
Nike's wearing is gonna be fitting Germany.
I don't know about you guys. I don't want to see Nike anymore, please.
But Puma took the match ball from Nike.
For the World Cup?
No, for the Premier League. The match ball in the Premier League.
True.
First time in 20 years it's not a Nike ball.
Wow.
It's in Puma. So Puma, I think, but if I'm not wrong, Puma were just bought out by Adidas, I think, weren't they? Puma have been bought out by one or the other. It's either Nike or Adidas.
It's owned by the same family, isn't it?
I think so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They are. Like, Adidas is the original Adidasler. And then they broke up, and I thought it was the brother.
Brother broke up.
The brother, and he went off and founded Puma. Puma, man, when they make some nice stuff, they make some.
Nice stuff. That's why they have
Old
Africa
school
on lock.
Puma. Old school Puma is very, very nice.
Somebody said Germany not having Adidas as kit supplier is like Irish pub not having Guinness on tap. Yeah, we need to. You have to. We protesting outside, man. Yeah.
That's
So
not
the
a
thing
pub.
is,
That's a cafe.
it turns into a cafe. Yeah. So it's 60 million a season. I think plus sell on clause, and at this point with remember, Isak, if Isak comes through the door, that thing is going to fly off the shelf too. You know, what's his name is the number, Mr. Vert.
Number 9 is free.
Yeah,
The number 9 is free, Quasi.
Number
The
nine
number
is
9
free.
is free and
Number
ready to
nine.
go.
And 14 is also free, right?
No, Chiesa is good though.
Oh, fuck, he's
playing now, isn't he? So
and he's playing.
they can't get any wingers.
That was an interesting shout. Fozzie mentioned it. I saw that last night before I went to bed, and I'd obviously forgotten about it. I saw a tweet that someone was saying Chiesa has now been told, and his representative been told that he's not going to be leaving this summer because he's needed.
Yeah, I saw something too.
Yeah.
They said
has that been confirmed, or is that?
I don't know. I don't think it's confirmed, but
the thing is, guys, there's no reports of him leaving now because like there's nothing of him leaving. He hasn't said he wants to leave now, so I believe it because you know, like we're short on wingers in on the left, sorry, so he can play on the left. Imagine like I would love to, I don't know about you guys, I'd love to see him turn around his career at Liverpool, all of a sudden start playing football. Don't forget, guys, he hasn't been injured for a while as well, so since he recovered from the horrific injury that he had, he's been all right, man. So I don't think they're going to spend I don't think we're going to get another winger. I think he's the one who's going to stay next season.
I think he's staying, and he's going to be splitting a minute with Rio because they do not want to bring anybody to block that kid's.
As I said about Rio, Quasi, and Irishman, I said if you push the kid too soon, his career won't develop as we all want it to be. Make him an impact player, play him in the cups. And, you know, next couple of seasons, gradually, you know, put him in the first team on a regular basis. Because, you know, like there will be difficult games this season, guys. Like we can't open up teams. He will come up with these tricks and, you know, open up the teams and we'll get the goals. That's what I want to see him as for now. And, you know, play him in the cups more. Because if you push him too quickly, look at, what's that kid's name? The Dans, right? The striker. Remember when he started scoring all those goals when he first came into the team? He had one bad game against PSV. Everybody said, he's crap. I mean, you know, one game.
Well, people, we have to learn how to go through the pains. Otherwise, it's not happening. But guess who's back, people? Guess who's back? All of a sudden, we went 2 center backs, and this guy's all of a sudden healed. Joey, what are you doing, man? Oh well, Joey's he's a useful tool. He can play left back and right back.
Center back.
And but we need Joey fit because when he's fit, he helps a lot. But yeah, man, gentlemen, what you guys coming up on your show next, man? Thank you so much for taking your time to come in here. You guys could have been anywhere else, and I know all of you guys are extremely busy. And the people in the chat, please hit the like button. Please hit the like. Let's get the likes out, people. We need to get at least 50. Easy 50. Come on now. Get the likes up, people.
It's free, guys.
It's free. It's free. You know, I am monetized, so I didn't see anybody sending any super chat. So since you didn't send a super chat for my 21 kids, remember, we're trying to get uniforms, man. We're trying to get these kids for these kids. Please give us some free likes, man. Give us some free likes. And go to Fuzzy's channel and subscribe. Go to Irishman's channel and subscribe. Trust me, one of my people showed up. He said, "Thank you so much for sending me to Irishman. I enjoyed the show." And I told you, I will not send you astray. So people, Fuzzy, where do you come next, man? What do you have next?
Well, I meant to do a show around the same time, but I saw you. I said, you know what, I'm going to jump on your own one. You know what I mean? You distracted me, my friend. But I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be back in the days after that. I've been on holiday now, so holiday mood. And I'm going to do a lot.
Good. Yeah, man. Irishman, what do you got coming next, man?
Shows similar to yourself, 6 p.m. talking about the 2 new centre halves.
Yes,
hopefully
sir.
people aren't sick of listening to me at this stage, but yeah, there we go. Yeah,
Big up
6 p.m.
yourself.
Usual story.
Thank you, thank you. Big up MK. So the thing is, the best time that I see that everybody is doing their show, I'm at the office. So I'm out here watching Irishman the whole time. Like it takes half of my day watching Irishman. Oh, Brazy, come on now. Don't let me do that. Don't let me do that to you. Thank you. He goes into the cafes for this new kit, man. Why are they so expensive, Fuzzy? I saw that you had a sign outside asking for a ride back home because you bankrupt at the at the LFC store.
GoFundMe account,
The man was having a GoFundMe in front of the Liverpool store talking about, please help me out.
Help me, man. I was busking in. I was doing break dancing outside Anfield. I got a few quid. So yeah, thank you to all those people that donated. By the way, thank you.
Man, thank you so much,
Yeah,
Brazy.
but Irishman, listen, Irishman's channel is amazing, guys.
Man, I told you. You know how long I'm glad that he showed up because Irishman has been one of my day ones. And I used to tell him, I said, you need to have your own channel. It's like, nah, I'll just show up to everybody else. And then, he joined forces with Liverpool 12 man. Shout out to Liverpool 12 man.
Big up 12 man.
You know what I mean? And then now look at him. This guy is killing the game right now. Killing the game. Good job, Irishman, man.
Damn you, man.
Yeah, man. Yes, sir. Everybody, man. Thank you so very much, Brazy. Thank you. You are the MVP today, man. Thank you. Appreciate you guys, man. It was a great show. People, like we said, man, relax. The game is about to. Did you guys? Okay, we didn't even talk about player. But one thing that I remember is Verts turning the ball in a very close corner, and there was 3 people around him. And also, Ekitike, for him being so tall and still move like he's a short player is ridiculous. That goal that he scored was not an easy goal. Like, it was a quick pass, turn, bam, net.
Listen, so people, bro, we've got some cold players.
We got some cold players. Let the team gel. It'll take time. I know we spend a lot of money, but it doesn't matter. But I was in Real Madrid with the Galacticos. It took them a long time before they could win something. And that's with Zidane, Ronaldo, real Ronaldo.
Yeah, he has
Raul.
Yeah. Quasi, can I just say quickly on Ekitike?
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Ekitike, I've seen some stuff with this, right? And I'm looking and also what it all kind of plays out. Ekitike is going to be an incredibly interesting footballer for us because one of the things that two or three different coaches said about him, one in particular said he's got this really weird knack of finishing when you don't expect him to finish. He ends up in odd positions. He said he was brilliant at kind of improvising unexpected type finish. He said like strikers practice. Strikers, they get into areas where they want to finish, Bang, bang, bang. Robin is an extreme example. And they Ekitike is like he'd score from over here and he'd score. It's just really kind of unorthodox type of what's he done there kind of finishes. How has he done that? And I think that one last night, or the one in the Community Shield, was kind of an example of that because very unusual. Not many players finish from that area in that way. And it's also been said about him that he doesn't. One thing that he lacks, 2 things that he lacks that were shown up in the game, and one that was shown with that goal. To me, the precision in that had to be because there's no shot power. There's 0 shot power in that. If it's any closer to keeper, he's stopping it easily because they say he doesn't have tremendous shot power. He can finish from really cleverly, but he's not the kind of guy where you see him. He has this Batistuta kind of thing. He doesn't have real power. It's like so he's always had to do that. And also,
just placing it.
His heading, apparently, for some reason, offensively, is shocking. So get used to this guy. Do you know that easy chance he missed against Palace with his head? I think we should probably get used to seeing it because apparently he's scoring 8 and 9s in everything. But if he's scoring 2 out of 10 in anything, his heading ability can be seriously improved.
Yeah, he will improve 100%. I remember.
Yeah, it will improve. Yeah.
I remember Arsenal fans talk about Gyökeres. They're saying he's not. We want Tesco. They call him Not Tesco because he may not. We want Tesco because he's better. He's got better, heading ability. Well, you saw Gyökeres the other day score a header, right, from a different angle. So, yeah, I think he will improve, Irishman. I think they will.
No, it's just, but it was interesting to see that it was really indicative. Like, I just saw this one guy. I can't remember the guy. It must be a great channel. I can't remember. I'll find it. But he was talking about he doesn't have shot power and he's very but he can clever, and you could that was perfect example in that first goal. No power in that shot whatsoever, and then that that header put it straight back in, easy. But you can work on that, so that's why we buy players that aren't a finished article yet, so that when they do get refined, we're the ones who refine them.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I mean, I think when Isak comes in, that will propel him because he will see how good this guy is, and you will see a different level of Ekitike, because Ekitike is trying to make sure that he is in the team sheet. Right.
Who loses out, Fozzie? I mean, how are we getting Ekitike, Wirtz, Mo Salah, Alexander Isak? That's 4 players, right? How are we getting Gakpo into? That's 5. If I add in Gakpo, that's 5. How does that 5 get into a team? How does Wirtz, Gakpo, Ekitike, Salah, Isak?
The same thing how Szoboszlai, McAllister, and Gravenberg.
Yeah, what was it about the defense?
It's gonna be it's
a transition period, isn't it? Like players gonna replace the other players. That's what it is. But
that's to me. It's to me in that group. Gakpo is one. To me, Gakpo is the one that loses. Just instinctively, it's to me that if you said that 5, who plays most minutes? Who would be the lowest down in minutes? I think Gakpo would be.
You know what is Irishman, and I think, like I said to you earlier, I think these guys are smart. Marco Edwards and Richard Hughes. Yeah, I'm shocked, like what I'm seeing, like because in such a short time, what they did is just ridiculous. All they're doing is calculate his steps. You know what I mean, they waited until a transfer window where the other rivals can't spend as much as them. You know what I mean? They already knew they're not going to spend it at them.
Man, that's the first time I'm hearing people saying that, because City is out here trying to sell 2 players before they could go get Rodrigo or whoever. They have to let one of the goalkeepers go because they're looking at Donnarumma right now, right?
Listen, these guys, they're geniuses, mate. And look at the goalkeeper as well. I mean, Mamadashvili is not a reserve goalkeeper. He's a first-team starter. But what they're doing is they're planning for the next stage of Liverpool way ahead of time.
3 years ahead.
2 years, 2 years. So I love what we're doing. I know what they're doing. People need to grasp on. These guys are very intelligent. When you have these players already here, that means the success will be continuing. Not waiting for another couple of seasons to transition. No, continuation of success. That's their plan. And when rivals see things like that, it's too difficult for them to catch up with the team like that. If you know what I mean? So this is how I see it when I'm looking at these guys. I wouldn't worry if the strike force is overstacked. Salah ain't no spring chicken. You know what I mean? Jota, RRP, passed away, so we needed someone to replace him. And it came a season earlier, which is Ekitike. Darwin Núñez left, and we got obviously Isak probably coming through. Diaz left. We still got Gakpo. So you know what I mean. The what do you call it? The players that we're bringing in is for the future, which is and the present, and which means like continuous success. That's how I see it. I don't see it as overstacked. The players have been told you are the future of this club. That's what we're bringing you now. Don't expect football right now. You have to be part of the squad to get us to these things right now, and eventually you are the ones who are going to take over and be that main players in the football club. That's how I see it when I'm looking at it, guys. It's all
and I see that's the part where the rival fans are, if I were Tikiti, I'm mad. No. Why are you mad?
He could play. He could play what as a striker. He could play at wide
anywhere.
Striker. So
he can play anywhere. And the reason why I agree with what Irishman said earlier, I believe is him who said that Gakpo might be the.
Yeah, it's not about numbers, by the way. It's not about numbers. It's just about quality. It's like we're starting the Champions League final tomorrow. They're all fit.
Yeah.
Salah's fit, Ekitike is fit, Isak is fit. And I know Wirtz is playing in number 10. Gakpo is fit. I mean, how, the numbers are fine. We're going to need them all. But it's just in terms of Ekitike and Isak, and Wirtz likes to operate in that left-hand channel.
All of them are operating the left.
Yeah, exactly. Isak could play off the left in the front.
Salah didn't have one ball.
And don't forget, Salah is leaving for the AFCON as well in December. So you still need players there that could, more than be capable of taking his place. So listen, guys, I wouldn't bring too much into it. These guys are smart. I'm just like, I'm sitting there sometimes looking at Marco Edwards. Why did I have a go at this guy, man? What is? I'm looking, but I was just sitting there thinking, these guys are planning for something big to maintain success, and nobody can touch Liverpool in that. I mean, nobody can say PSR and all this bullshit. No, because we've actually, earned the right to get there. That's what we've done, and long may it continue, man. Long may it continue. I wouldn't worry about Ekitike, guys. Like, he's gonna have his fair share of games next season. And as you guys know, Isak doesn't play every game.
And see, there's a thing. There's two things there, Fazi. Like, one, what I was gonna say with what Irishman said. The reason why I think Gakpo will be the odd man one is the way he plays. Ekitike and Wirtz is a 1-2 touch, 1-2 touch, 1-2 touch, and they're already in front of the goal. Right? Look how the goal came about. Look at the sequence of the goal. Gakpo holds the ball a little bit. He gets the ball, he wants to cut in. You played in the league way too long, and people knows exacusly how you play. With Ekitike, people can't figure them out, right? So that's one thing.
I'm a bit harsh on Gakpo. I honestly think that, man. Like last few seasons, he's been playing with the likes of Darwin Núñez, isn't it? It says enough, isn't it? So now you're getting quality players that, those crosses you put into the far post. Imagine Isak being there and being at the end of it. So the quality of players he's playing with right now, guys, it'll be different to what you see. So you might see a better Gakpo. Let me just put it that way. I'm not saying, listen.
I've been saying that Fozzy too. I think he's going to have a huge season.
You're right what you're saying. I agree with you. But I'm looking at it from point of view, quality of players he played with. And don't forget, Gakpo was an important player for PSV, guys. Like, he was the captain of PSV, and a lot of teams were chasing him before Liverpool. And we managed to get him under the noses of Man United. So he chose that over the, he chose us over that crap team right there. But
I agree. I agree with you.
Of the players, guys. Like,
I agree with you. You're right.
The other day, the passes he was making, without even looking sometimes. You know what I love about Florian Wirtz? The kid
everything.
Is serious. There's no smile.
Yeah, he's serious.
He wants to win. You know what I mean?
He's an assassin.
He's an assassin, bro.
You know the funny thing is, even though people compare him to Thiago, in terms of stylistic, but mentally, I don't think we have had that type of player since Gerrard left.
No.
Or even Suarez left. It's an assassin.
Who did that pass to Ekitike to score that goal? Who did that?
That was him. He like threaded it. You know the kahunas you have to thread it in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is. You're right. The way he kind of
his personality is
like no smile, guys. I'm here.
Yeah, but Fozzy, he's not smiling because he's like, why would I smile? I just played the world's most obvious pass.
You could see.
Yeah, exactly. He's just cold.
Remember Cantona? He was the same. Those important players back in the day, Irishman. They were like that. They were assassins, mate. And this kid,
he could pass the ball 4 yards. Perfect. We don't understand how difficult that is to just like pass the ball 4 yards perfectly. Do you know what I mean? Just right into the perfect place. And he's just looking around going, why would I celebrate? Why wouldn't I? That's the most obvious. And everyone else is going, I couldn't play that ball.
But this is the thing though, Irishman. The player playing it and the player receiving it.
Oof. No more Darwin Núñez receiving
that. You see what I mean? It's the thing is
I just wanted to back up what Fozzy was saying, and I've been saying this for weeks now. I think this could be Gakpo's biggest ever season for us.
Yeah, man.
Just sorry to interrupt, but because of exactly what you said, he's now Diaz is gone, and he's 26. It's time for Gakpo to kind of become he's 26. It's time to kind of be a main guy, but he operates on the left. What has he got now? He's now got Florian Wirtz and Kirkes. That's basically a brand new left-hand side. Like Wirtz, number 10, but he likes to move into that area. So Gakpo, I think, could easily be if all goes well, I think he could get 20 this year if he gets his shooting boots on.
Yeah.
But I think he should definitely have his best season goal scoring wise for us, just because that's literally a brand new, completely rejuvenated left hand side, lots of new energy out there, and those, with Florian Wirtz must be. I was going to say must be like a striker's dream, but he must be almost everybody's dream. But you know,
100%.
if you're running in behind, this guy's going to find you.
Man,
Do you remember?
You don't need to worry. He's going to find you.
Do you remember when we was wishing at that time, like what would it been like if Coutinho stayed, like with Salah, Firmino, and Mane? Like, well, now
I'll tell you. I'll tell you what would have happened. Even though it was a preseason, remember the preseason game that we played Bayern Munich in Munich.
Yeah.
When Coutinho, Salah, Mane, Bobby Firmino was on the squad. That was the dream that Klopp was trying to build.
There
and
you
then
go.
he decided to break it up. Newcastle, we told you, we've been there. We've been there. We've seen it. It hurts. It's always like we are almost close. And then somebody said, I'm leaving.
I'm leaving, man. Why?
We're like, why?
Why, bro? Oh, man, that team could have been a killer team.
Torres, we beg Torres, just give us 6 months. We got Suarez here for you. We begged him. Oh my God, this guy said, no, I'm going to Chelsea.
Isak has to come, guys. I'm sorry. Isak has to come now, man. Imagine.
And if it's not for Stevie G, now, I can't believe no one else said it to him. And it wasn't a pro Liverpool thing, but when Stevie G sat Luis Suarez down, and this has been confirmed by everybody in the building, everybody. Stevie G sat Luis down and said, Louis, I get it, dude. You want to leave. And you probably should, someone as good as you. We're not at your level. You need to be playing for Madrid or Barcelona. But you are insane if you go to Arsenal. Why the hell would you go to Arsenal? Because Suarez he was kicking up Jared's arm now.
He just wanted to leave.
And he's like, I get that you want to leave, but if you go to Arsenal, you're going to regret it. You stay here one more year. This is on the record. If you stay here one more year, you'll get your move to Barcelona or Real Madrid. And that's exactly what happened. Like, Gerrard saved his career. Can you imagine if Suarez had gone to Arsenal?
And they had the best season.
And he blew it out. He blew the doors off at that point. He absolutely blew the doors off.
He literally, basically, single-handedly, like a basketball. I mean, I don't want to say all of them because Sturridge was on one too that year. Sterling was. Our defense was useless as hell, but the midfield and the forwards, basically. I mean, we were winning games 6-5.
Henderson, Gerrard, Coutinho as well. People forget about them. They were in the team.
Henderson became. That's what Henderson became.
Things happen. But because he didn't, Suarez, like some players just make things. I know it's not exactly a category or anything, but I think Gerrard will be in there as well. But I think Luis Suarez must be one of the most driven footballers.
In terms of
the last 50 years.
Listen,
that guy just said, I'm going to go there and nobody is going to stop.
I'm going to
fight my way through or shoot or score, whatever I have to do. Bite people. Basically, nobody's stopping me from getting to where one of the most driven footballers of all time. And we just got to win.
Why do you think Maradona loved him so much?
Do you guys think like he was better? There's a better version at Liverpool than he was at Barcelona? Because I didn't see the same Suarez at Barcelona. I see the goal scorer.
The goal scorer, yes. He didn't have that
numbers.
The dog was gone. It was too easy for him.
That's it.
It was too easy for me. Come on, you got Messi,
Neymar.
It was too easy for him.
Yeah, but if you want to even talk about how driven he was, he went there and in one of those seasons, I think it was season 2,
he scored most goals.
Scored 55. He scored 55 goals. He was the top goal scorer in that team. Peak Neymar, peak Messi, and he outscored the two of them.
Underrated player, mate. Underrated, in my opinion.
See his personality.
Kenny Dalglish even said it to him. Like, if you stay here for a long time, you could be the greatest player Liverpool ever had. He chose not to. I mean, he went to Barcelona.
I mean, it's sad that we were not at our we were not where we needed to be.
Now what we are now, or something, or on the clock.
Now that's what we're trying to build.
You know, it's about time.
Even now, I think Suarez would want to go to Barcelona or Real.
You think he would leave?
Even now, I think he would still want to play for one of the top Spanish clubs.
Yeah, that's true.
That would be Suarez.
Yeah.
The MSN, it never gets talked about because basically everybody hates Neymar. Unless, like, either you don't talk about Neymar or you underrate him, where there were a lot of people hate Neymar.
It's not hate, Irishman. It's just, I don't think he's as good as what we used to see in Brazilians, if you know what I mean. The ones we grew up.
He was the last of the Joga.
Yeah,
and
not you. No, definitely. You just, you do, but you got a lot of people out there just really hate this guy as well.
Yeah.
There's them people. So Neymar doesn't get like huge respect. Suarez is hugely controversial.
Yeah.
Suarez is a hugely controversial character. And then there's just Messi, even the golden boy. Like, but that MSN, that's one of the greatest front threes the world has ever seen.
Ever.
I gotta go because I gotta get ready for work, innit?
Big up yourself, Fazzy. Thank you. We are almost out of here. But this is what I was gonna say though. Neymar, Balotelli, Pogba. Personally, I feel like they cheated the game. They were too talented for not giving the game what the game needed at the time. They were the next whatever. Pogba could have been the best midfielder ever.
Do you think
I felt like they cheated the game. Balotelli was doing things at 16 that the people like, we've never seen this before. Jose could not control this kid. And Jose knew this kid was so special. That's why he let him play. Because Jose didn't like those type of players. He doesn't have time for foolishness. But he's like, this kid is way too good.
Quasi an Irishman. Do you think the reason these players haven't been the next step at the time is because the football is different compared to, you know, the days when you have to fight for being, you know,
I'll tell you why. There's two things, Fuzzy, real quick. It's mentality, because all of these players came around the same time as Messi and Ronaldo. But those two guys said, we want it. Mo Salah is also telling you, I want it. Look at the dog in Mo Salah, right? It's a mentality thing, one. Two, it's money came way too fast. / social media.
Okay.
To me, that's why. Because if your mentality is saying, I want to be the best, like Messi, what was the last time we have a player that gave us 10 years of consistency?
Nothing.
The guy behind you. If the guy behind you has given us the same amount of Messi did it, there will not be no question who's the greatest player ever born, period.
He's like to party. That's the thing.
Yeah. You see what I mean? The other Ronaldo is just the game did not protect him. So his knees, I mean, he was too fast for himself. So injury just killed him, right?
Yeah.
We saw what Maradona did. Same thing. The game did not protect him, and other factors also dragged him down.
Take it, you know.
Exactly. You see what I mean?
Maradona could take a tackle.
Oh, Maradona was something else, man. But for me, and I'll give this to Irishman, Balotelli, Neymar, and Pogba. And there's also other players too. They did not have the mentality to go to the next level. They just enjoy. They just wanted to be there with the party and flash with their flashy cars. And exactly. To me, that's what it is.
Okay. Devil's advocate on one of them. Totally disagree on another. Right. Out of my comfort zone on the first, so I'll go with Balotelli, okay?
Yeah.
Balotelli definitely should have achieved more. But obviously an interesting character and an African immigrant into Italy, which is a very difficult country to grow up in. Black. True. I mean, I could, as a white man, I know I'm a white guy saying that. I'm aware of that. But you know, so difficult upbringing. Clearly, a bit of a head to ball, as we'd say over here, a head to ball. You know, a bit of a lunatic. You know, a bit of a whatever. So probably not a difficult upbringing and all that talent and all that fame and all that stuff early. So he's not your average guy. Pogba, again, incredible talent, grew up grew up in the kind of family where he got kidnapped by his own brother and a gang. I mean, difficult life to grow up in. Again, in Paris, a lot of fame, a lot of all that. So I think he performed incredibly well for Juve in part and France especially. Then also, yeah, a huge amount of pressure, but probably took the piss definitely a little bit. Pogba, but again, a crazy life story. I think there's a book. I mean, Pogba's life story. If you saw on TV, people would be like, "Yeah, that's a bit over the top. That wouldn't happen." Like being kidnapped by his own brother, just madness, and then getting banned for drugs, and then coming back. Neymar grows up in Brazil, 15 years old at Santos, gets the label, the next Pele. Gets the label, the next Pele at 15, 16. The incredible expectation, as we all know, all these people over there, there's a new Pele every year. And how many times does it work out for next Maradona? Neymar came the closest. Neymar is Brazil's top goal scorer. He's more international goals for Brazil than anybody, than Pele. So I know he's partied and blah, blah, blah. We've all been 50. So all those guys, I think, could definitely have done more, but their upbringing, the fame, that youth, the money. I think Neymar left Barcelona the wrong way. He went to PSG, scored a shitload of goals. You ask people to see him play at PSG. The guy's a top footballer. I know he wails around and all that, but he's a brilliant player. He got a lot of flair, and he's not for everyone, but he's a good footballer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But again, like that crushing weight of expectation at the age of 15 to be the next Pele, to go to Barcelona, and to actually even just to get to where he's got, most of them don't last 5 minutes under that pressure. So I think for all those three players, yes, they could all have achieved a lot more in the game. But you're talking about three of the maddest characters out there. Can you imagine being at a party with Neymar, Balotelli, and Pogba? Can you imagine being in that limo? Oh my God, that's going to be a crazy night out. That is going to be a crazy night out.
Robinho.
Yeah.
Florian Wirtz would be sitting there drinking bottled water. That's what we have there. Florian Wirtz will be having a bottled water, and these three guys are letting off fireworks and drinking champagne. You're just having.
Yeah, man. But anyway, man, big up to all of you guys. Thank you so much, man. This is one of the best shows so far, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't. Like I said, I'll put the gentleman's channels in the description. So please, and for those who come in later, man, hit that notification bell, man, so we could notify you when we are on. Very, very, very important. Thank you so much, man. People, enjoy. Football is back. We are 2 days away. Crazy Ball. Peace.
Peace out, baby.